All right. So we are back. We stopped talking as soon as we realized that we might have had some sort of a technical issue. But back to what we were talking about, I think I was talking about trauma and like the importance of words and like letting them be heavy, in a sense.
Racist. Call someone fucking racist.
When you use the word racist, people get uncomfortable. Ooh, no, don't call me racist, right? Because there's a history behind the word, right? But and trauma should come with the amount of like there's a desperation to trauma, because you know some people lost their lives to this shit. Some people live their lives a different way because of these things, or you know what I mean. Like, so
some people never the same,
right? Because traumas change and almost mutilate the mind, right? And when we were talking, you know, we were speaking on just like, you know, my upbringing. You know, I was popped, you know, when I was bad, things like that.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, oh, but you know, that was a trauma for you. And I'm like,
he was using the word beat.
Yeah, I was using the word beat. Apparently, I don't use the proper verbiage, but
because being beat like, as a kid, that's abuse.
Being fucked up,
right. And I was like, no, they would like, you know,
I got hit. Yeah,
I got hit. Right.
I mean, there was times that you probably did get beat.
Oh yeah. But I deserved. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not trauma because I know I deserved what happened.
It's still trauma though.
It's not trauma. It was just.
It's still a traumatic experience that happened.
I feel like she's right.
How is it a traumatic experience if at no point I have any negative feelings or nothing towards it? It doesn't bother me at all because I can look back at it with a clear mind and say I understand why that happened because it made me do right the next time. I did, and like you said, if I carried it with anger, you would have been 100% right. I carried with some sort of a hurt.
So you're saying because you learned a lesson, it wasn't traumatic.
But I learned a clear lesson. It wasn't like, oh, I was just beaten. I don't understand why it didn't happen or why it happened, or they said I can't do this to them, so I can't do it to nobody.
I think the situation depends on the person. For Derek, it wasn't traumatic. Yeah. For someone else, it could be dramatic. Traumatic.
Just like I say, like with
traumatic. Yeah.
With like with someone's shit or they're low. Like I will never gauge my bad with your bad. Yeah. I'll never gauge my shitty time with your shitty time, because who wants to be the best shitty? Exactly. Like nobody wants that. You know, like that's not something we should be trying to gauge. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's the same thing with like trauma. I'll never put the shit I've been through. Like, I mean, I've been through some shit that might have been traumatic, but it's not like with like the upbringing and parenting. It's the dumb shit that I put myself into. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's the experience happened, but I would put myself there.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can't be mad at no one but myself. Which I like, and I think her point was that it was like maybe it was like a source caused an action on you, and that like your response or reaction to it is the trauma part.
Okay.
The source, when I was getting whatever kind of discipline and stuff, it made sense even in the time. I might have been mad I got in trouble, but I could be like, oh yeah, you know, you shouldn't do that because like other people have feelings or whatever the issue was, you know. But shit, I didn't mean to go on that. I forgot what the fuck I was talking about there.
So the definition of trauma is a deeply distressing or disturbing experience or physical injury.
Yeah,
I'm chilling. It was just powder. That's temporary, bro.
Nah, yeah. So I think like so. Some people could be like,
why you think it's too hard news? Like, what is? I don't like you. It's just not sitting well with you because I'm okay with it and you're not.
Because you say you're okay with it, but in other aspects of your life, I think it's reflecting itself in a different way that you might not even realize. And I think
wait. Bars. No, because the problem is, and I can say it this way: is everything that you see that made Derek was the shit that I saw outside of my house.
I'm not saying that specific thing.
No, but in general, even like
I'm saying that's what I feel trauma is. Like for you getting hit, that wasn't traumatic to you.
Right.
But other things might have been traumatic to you that are being reflected. Oh yeah.
I'm not saying that. And the sole conversation that the one I'm bringing up was about discipline.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, I know the traumatic shit that I've been through, and what I saw, what I, areas I put myself in that I shouldn't have, and I know I carry myself a certain way because of it.
Yeah.
I've never been to house parties after one that, an incident happened. I don't go to house parties because you put yourself in four walls and you don't know who got your back.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And obviously, the incident that happened was traumatic. That's the thing, is like when I say I self-analyze, I mean that shit. I break it down as best I can, and I do it objectively.
It's true.
There's no emotion, no feelings in it.
It's kind of scary sometimes.
Because I want to be able to.
Shouldn't you add the emotions, though?
No,
because trauma.
Why do you not want your emotions?
How do you make it an educated assumption or understanding of something? You have to pull feelings out of it. You have to let it be in front.
But we're literally bags of feelings. Literally, we're bags of feelings.
That might be how you function. But how does a doctor go perform a surgery on a 9-month-old baby?
What's the first thing they ask you when you go into the thing? How are you feeling? Scale 1 to 10.
Right, but they're asking you your pain level.
Exactly, your pain level, what you feel.
That's physical in a sense, right?
He's saying like, if I'm a doctor, I'm asking you how you're feeling so I can assess the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I'm.
That's
so
what I'm saying.
sorry.
So you need to know I'm tight. Okay, why am I tight? You need the feeling to be able to talk about that. You know what I mean? Maybe the action.
When I'm looking at myself, when I'm talking to others, I'm brutally honest, and that's why I lose friends.
That's what I'm saying. There'll be times where I'm like, yo,
truth, bro.
Where I'm like, yo,
or real.
Your luscious beard.
Hey man.
A little something in there. Did he get it? Okay.
Did I?
Yeah.
He saves that shit for later, bro.
I know. I'm the flavor singer.
I've seen him go like that before. It's just gross.
You sound jealous. You sound jealous.
This dude's capping, bro. I've never seen a bigger bro. I grab it from my beard and eat it.
Yeah.
You're fucking lying, bro.
You never done that.
Never
on your mother.
Not
by my mom, bro.
You had the goldfish. I remember you had the goldfish. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Nah, bro. This dude.
But that was a good counterpoint. I want to dive into that a little bit
because I feel like I like to analyze myself a lot too. Like I'd be like, yo, I break down like for example, actually let's talk about what happened between me and Vic, right?
Yeah.
What?
So on Monday, right? So Friday,
real quick,
let's say
I fucked up, bro.
But that's
and it happens. It happens.
But were you there for the beginning, or did y'all talk and then you said, I see it?
No, I knew I fucked up from the beginning.
Okay, so go ahead.
I gave him his space because I knew.
I was gonna bang.
I know my boy.
Yeah.
So I fell asleep. I
also just straight up asked for you to not talk to me.
No.
So
hold on. Before you start trying to do damage control, explain the story and then you give us your.
There was a day we were supposed to record with a guest.
What they look like?
It was
Isaiah.
It was Isaiah Fontaine.
Dude?
Yeah,
dude.
Isaiah Fontaine. You know what
that
that is?
is?
6'9", Chelsea. 6'9", he's from Chelsea.
I'm not sure.
Basketball player.
Anyways, whatever.
Isaiah.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Maybe. Go ahead.
He'll be on next Sunday. You'll see him next Sunday. All right. So we were supposed to record him. We recorded with him this Friday, right? We were supposed to record with him the Friday before, but he had gone out, and I called him at 7 in the morning because Thursday was my graduation. And we celebrated my graduation. Right?
I left his house at 1.
He left my house at 1. So he was like, yo, I have Friday
Then I went out.
Hey,
no excuses.
Let me tell the story.
Right.
Let me tell the story.
Before you start adding until 3 a.m. and be
at
work at 5.
So Friday, he goes, on Thursday, he goes, let's chill tomorrow. I have the day off. I was like, all right, word. So I'm leaving my girl's crib by 7:30 because I'm about to get dropped off, right?
Oh.
And then
that's where he was going with that.
No, she was going to work. So
he's like, because I was about to.
I was getting dropped off. And so I call him and he actually answers at 7:30. I'm like, oh, yo, this dude's up. I'm like, yo, you want to chill?
He's like, bro, I'm going home.
He was like, nah, bro. Nah, I just got home right now. I haven't slept. I was like, all right, yo, get your sleep then. I'm like, all right, get your sleep. We're going to record later.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
He was hung the fuck
dude,
over.
6:30, he calls me PM. Yo, I just woke up, dude. I was like, so what, are we not going to do the episode? Yeah. I haven't even studied yet. I was like,
I didn't even study from him.
Like, we didn't know nothing about him yet. So I was like, yeah.
When you guys do your study sessions, is it together or you guys do it separate?
We do it separate and we link.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes we don't even link.
We don't even link and we just kind of
go for it.
Just know.
I trust him.
Yeah.
I trust him. In the beginning, I didn't. This dude, I don't need the right questions. That's what he used to tell me, bro. What the fuck you talking about?
Well, sometimes it's just like you're dealing with people, so you just kind of know how to ask people questions. But hold on. So how did you guys resolve this issue?
So that was just Friday. Monday.
Oh, there was more.
There's more. Monday. I was like, yo.
There's more. I fucked up. Hold on. Oh, when she come back, we're gonna knock down these shots because I want to do a couple. Personally, y'all don't gotta drink with me. No, but we'll do the shots as we go.
Monday, I go. He go.
You got a chaser, bro. I'm kind of.
You need another brew?
Use the Truly.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I'm like, what? You got a drink in front of you?
Look, yo. So.
Got pussy when it comes to shots.
It's alright, bro. I'm
for real. Yesterday I had to convince him. You have to give this dude a whole freeze and be like, yo, if you don't do this, your mom's gonna die. For him to take a shot, bro.
I need a Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, so Monday he goes, we go, oh, yo, let's get together, watch the episode we just released, and make some clips. We're like, all right, let's do it. So we started doing it.
Okay.
Bro, we're doing it, and I'm on my computer. I'm the one making the clips on my computer while he's watching.
And timestamping.
Watching. Yeah. Also doing some stuff on Instagram, right? So we're going. Like 7 o'clock. I look back.
Knocked out.
Knocked out on my couch. And this is actually funny because he told me, "Yo, play a song, bro." He doesn't even remember. He told me to play that song.
So I guess I get. Tell the story. This dude's like, you're gonna hear this shit and you're gonna be like, "This is a set, bro." He's trying to say this shit on stage, bro.
Literally, yo.
He's trying to say this shit
So
on
it was
stage.
7:30, and I'm like, yo. I look back. I'm like, yo. I gotta go to work anyway. I might as well because I go to work at 4. I gotta wake up at like 3:45, right? So I literally it was like 8 p.m. and I was like, yo, let's just dip. I'm gonna drop you off so I can go to sleep. And he's like this. He's like, yo, play a song first before we go. I was like,
okay.
I'm tight because I'm like, yo, I just want to go to sleep, dude. This dude's being annoying. I was like, all right, what song you want? Free by Black. I was like, oh, all right. I was like, 6 Black. He's like, Black. I was like, all right, I got you. I put the song. I played it in the car, and I think we played it back again in the car. And he tells me right now, we were listening to an album. We were listening to that J. Cole album. I was like, yo, that's Black. He goes, yo, my favorite song right now is Free by Black, bro. And I'm like, yeah, I know. You told me that on Monday. What the fuck are you talking about?
When did I tell you? When did I see you on Monday?
What the fuck are you talking about? I was like, yo, when you were sleeping on my couch, you told me to play that song like 3 times. He was like, you're lying, bro. You're lying, bro. What are you talking about? That didn't happen. Bro, that happened a lot. But anyway, so he's sleepy again, and I'm like, yo, I drop him off. I'm like, yo, get your sleep. He had Tuesday off, right? Because we were gonna record on Tuesday. I'll do an episode.
Just to shoot
the shit, right? And it was Tuesday.
Are those full length episodes or just like you hang around for a little bit?
We had what 2 hours?
2 hours. It's
2
just
hours.
us chopping it up.
Yeah. So a full length episode.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Nice.
So we were like, I was like, yo, since we're recording Tuesday and he had the day off, I was like, bro, sleep all day until 4 p.m. because I get out of work at 4 and we'll be ready to go at 4 and we can record. And he's like, all right, bro, I got you, bro. I got you, bro.
But like when I said that, I wasn't planning on my head like I'm fucking fuck him over again. No, I was like, I got him.
All right.
And then all right, keep going.
Dude, I call him at like 3:30. I don't get an answer. I'm like, all right. I said 4 p.m. Maybe you got an alarm for 4 p.m. on the dot, bro. I was like, oh, I got some faith. 4 p.m. comes, doesn't answer again. I'm like, oh, fucking God. He's still sleeping. 4:30, doesn't answer. 5, doesn't answer. I was like, all right, I give up on this dude, bro. I was like, nah, bro, I'm tight. I was like, yo, bro. I was getting tight because I was like, yo, that's 3 times in like 4 days.
You're very punctual, huh?
Yeah, no, I'm very punctual with my time.
That's good. That's good.
What makes you think I'm not organized like that, bro?
But
me,
never.
I don't even think I'm like that, bro. What makes you think?
Maybe
fuck out of here,
you know what it is? Maybe it's because I have this idea.
Capping, bro.
I have this idea of what organization is, and I'm not that. Although I am organized to some degree.
Yeah, you're better than us.
There's
You're better than us
different degrees
peasants.
of organization.
Yeah.
Organization. What were you gonna say?
I don't know.
Organ Nation. Organ Nation, right?
Yo, so then I'm like, yo, I'm getting tired. I'm like, yo, you told the story. He was the one. Yo, I've been wanting to do a podcast my whole life. I'm like, yo, if this dude doesn't even, he's sleeping on his dreams. What makes me think
she's? You saw her
she's
go for my phone? You saw that? She was all like, "That's not mine."
I don't like stuff being at the top, so I was gonna swipe it, but
OCD
I didn't know if you needed it.
Yo, so I was like, yo, if this dude is sleeping through his dreams, why is he gonna be so sick? It's also because this was the last week of me being 22, so I was like just mad reflective.
I'm old as fuck.
I was mad reflective, yeah, pretty much. Like, yo, I'm mad
young,
yeah,
bro.
no, that's young, yeah. But I'm mad reflective, trying to be like, yo, I'm trying to better myself, continue to grow, and I'm like, yo, this week I'm trying to put in mad work. So I was mad excited to do this episode, especially because I was wanting to talk about that on the show. I just graduated 2 weeks ago on Thursday as a chemical engineer, and that shit was hard, right?
Right, that's fucking crazy. He was like, "Why everybody say that?" Because it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, and then
He's all like, "Why people say that?" I'm like,
"Cause it's a force, bro. That shit's crazy, bro."
Yo, if you were to like be at a bar, right, and you just said it to someone random, they'd be like, "Damn, motherfucker smart."
No, literally, one of the reasons I like.
I gotta interrupt you. We're gonna cheers to.
Told you.
Him graduating.
And his birthday was yesterday.
And your birthday.
Cheers. Hey, thank you.
Oh, the big boy. The big boy.
And for y'all coming on too.
Yes. Oh wait, I didn't see that one.
Oh, you really are bad.
Oh, terrible. Oh God.
There was no burn on that.
It was smooth, I guess.
Here, live your life, King.
All right.
Oh, we're live. It doesn't get edited out.
We're just gonna give you the apple.
I hope people are laughing at your ass right now.
We'll just give you the apple. We'll just give you the apple juice.
Guys, by the way, it was just water.
Jai.
That was water. Oh, I was like, that was water. Oh, I'm like, damn, I'm that bad. I'm over here thinking like, goddamn, that little flavor. It's water. Fuck.
What was I saying?
I don't know.
Towards you was reflective of your
Yeah, I was mad. I was mad reflective, and I was like, I was amped to talk about that shit. And I'm like, yo, this dude is sleeping on his dreams. What makes me think that he's gonna be supporting my dreams? I was tight.
I deserve those thoughts.
I was tight at
moment.
this dude.
In the moment.
6:30, he calls me. 6:30 p.m. and I go to sleep at 8, bro, to go to work, bro. So I was like,
I didn't call. I knew that.
by the time I pick him up, we set up and start, it's already gonna be 8 for us to do a full length
you
episode.
still live nearby each other, or like not too far?
Like 15, like 10, 15.
That's not too bad.
Well, he lives in Saugus.
Well,
Yeah.
compared to me, bro, like
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like 10, 15. So it takes me like probably like 30 minutes to go round trip from my house back to my house.
That's not that
I
bad.
have to pick it up. Yeah, so it's not bad. So I was like, but by the time we set up, it's gonna be 8. By the time we finish, it's gonna be 11, and I'm gonna be dead fucking tired at work tomorrow.
Exactly.
So I was like, I would rather not do that shit. So and I was already tired of him because of what he did.
Yeah.
Because of being,
So it'd have been an hour and a half of him just shitting on Vic.
a sleepy head.
He would've been
Yeah,
shitting.
I literally
You
did.
bitch ass bitch.
What's funny is my friend, my girl and her friend were like
What she look like? The friend.
She's blonde.
Oh wait, time I don't answer that.
She's
You
not-
know her?
She's
Yeah.
not blonde, bro.
So she used to be blonde.
Yo,
yeah.
chill. I don't want to get you in trouble. What she look like? How she's of age, right?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
of age.
What she look like?
Alright, bro.
She alright?
Alright.
Yeah,
Scale
look.
1 to 10.
Nah, he's rubbing his beard. She's alright.
Alright.
What's he said? No, that's too much. That's too much.
That's too much.
Just the green light.
I know too much about this. I know too much.
Yeah, but that's also you say your lady's
yeah.
friend.
So she even sent me a TikTok of like some dude that was like he thought he was gonna see his wife, but it was actually his best man. In the wedding
I saw
dress.
that shit was
You seen
funny,
that, right?
bro. I saw it.
Yo, so they
When you
sent
like
that to
walked
me.
up behind him and tapped his shoulder some shit.
Vic with Jason, that's what she said. I was like, chill, bro. Don't even talk to me about that dude. I was like, I don't even want to think about him right now. She's like, what happened? I was like, chill. No, just chill.
Nothing. I don't want to talk about it.
Can I say my rebuttal?
Yeah. Wait, hold up. Yeah. So then when he called me, he texted me. I was just like, yo. What were you doing? Were you busy or were you sleeping? He goes, I just woke up. I was like, all right, I'd rather not talk to you, bro.
There you go. No,
Just like
sometimes
that.
you gotta take this.
I understood. So, look.
This nigga was like, I'm gonna make.
I struggle with my sleep, bro.
No,
roll
I
back
understand that. It took me a day to get to that point.
So I struggle with my sleep, bro. So like, bro, my sleep as of the last like what 3 months,
Like a year, bro.
year, it's been like, bro, it's like 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours of sleep, 2 hours of sleep, and then it's like a whole day of sleeping, bro.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, so I woke
It's
up
mad
at
inconsistent.
I woke up at 11:30 that day,
You
Tuesday.
begin your nut off before you try to sleep.
Nah, I started doing that. No
That-
bullshit.
no,
That's the
That
tactic.
hell,
That's
bro.
the tactic
Yo,
right now.
I've been doing that this whole week.
Yeah.
I've been
Knocking the fuck
I've been up. I've been up. I've been
Yo,
up.
but that shit's crazy because it also wakes me up too. Sometimes I use it like a 5-hour energy.
a
Sometimes I
dopamine.
use it as a night.
After, yeah, sometimes you do be midday you be energized. That's why I try not to fuck in the middle of the day, bro. I'm like,
Nah, having full sex is a whole
mind your
thing, bro.
business, bro. It's never about you. Jesus, everything gotta be about her. Shit.
You take naps.
Yo, no.
You take naps.
I take
I
9
nap.
naps. I take
I
9
get
naps.
headaches.
In the middle of the day.
Oh yeah, no, I would
I
probably.
take 9
Yeah, so
naps.
I've been
It
struggling
hits
with my
different. Depends on my endorphin
I
levels
take
or
naps
whatever.
pretty much, like,
My
every single day.
dopamine levels.
bro. My sleep has been basically naps, bro, for like
Yeah.
a year.
He's like a cat, bro. That ass.
Yeah,
You
my-
need
That was
more melatonin.
that was me for like no
I
bullshit.
told
think
him my
now,
melatonin's right here, bro.
The one. No bullshit. Since COVID, I think I got the most sleep I've ever gotten in the
Always.
last
But that's
like 10 years.
But that's because of your work schedule and everything just was fucked.
Yeah, 'cause
and you didn't have
I
a
think
life
it was-
outside of work
I think it was
unless you stayed
legit
awake.
10 years, bro. Cause like school and shit, when I was like going to look like culinary and all that,
yeah.
I would go to culinary in the morning at 5, and then I'd go to work at 11:30. But so I go to school from like 5 to 1:30. But I'd have to go from Cambridge, and I'd have to end up in Winthrop. So I'm taking the bus and train though.
The blue line.
I gotta be there by
Blue
3.
line, right?
Bro, so I'm going from there right to there, you know. So and then I'm like,
And I was on the green line to the blue line.
yeah, because I was at
train rides are
Leechmere. I was at
forced,
Leechmere, bro.
Bro,
I
Leechmere is
literally-
all green line. And that shit's
Yeah.
old as fuck.
I literally used to tie my backpack to my leg.
Yeah.
I didn't want to steal it because I knew I was knocking.
On the bus.
If I got a seat, bro, knocking on the
He
the
said, I
whole.
tied it to my leg,
How do you
bro.
wake up? Like when
I had the last stop.
Last
bro.
stop.
Oh, they would just kick your ass out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wake your ass up. All right, then. I'm out.
yeah. So so
I'm mad at it.
I had the last stop on the. I don't remember. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The bus?
It had, the 111?
No.
116.
No,
The 116.
no way.
Nah, I didn't. No,
What
no,
street
I'm
was
lying.
it?
I'm lying. I didn't have the last stop, but I would just hope I woke up, bro. Cause the last stop, cause I remember I used to.
What's
you're
the
not-
worst? You're
And I was
walking,
like,
you're
last
walking
stop
less
for
than
buses
20
are in
minutes, bro.
Boston or
No,
What, you
bro,
took a train
I
or a bus?
I'd be at. So say I took the 111, right?
Right.
So the 111C.
Yeah.
That shit ends
Runs
in
through
Cary,
Cary,
so
yeah.
that shit's fucking. I could be like, oh, all right,
Boom.
last stop.
They'll
I'm
take you
walk
right
to my
back.
crib. Yeah, I'll walk to my crib, bro. There was days I took the
111?
the 111 all the way to fucking near Everett, the cemetery.
Yeah.
Bro, I'd be like,
Prattville, right? It's
fucking, I'd be sick,
Just
bro.
get back on. It goes back.
He said I'd be sick.
It goes
Fuck.
back.
Yeah,
It goes
no,
back.
back.
Just get back
bro,
on
you
and
get
go
home
back.
mad late, bro. That shit's a
Don't
force,
sleep.
bro. Don't sleep.
That's
bro.
your- that's
I
your-
just
how do you
said
beat
I'm-
it?
I just said I'm struggling with my sleep, bro. Nah. Oh yeah, so that's bro.
You guys are stressing me out. No, yeah.
No, so my sleep is the worst. Has been the worst for a minute. So Tuesday I woke up at 11:30. I texted you, right?
You
I
texted
called
me,
you.
yeah.
I texted him,
But I was at work, so I didn't respond.
and in my head I was like, "We're fucking doing this. I'm ready."
Yeah.
no, them.
Oh, I don't know.
No, he had a hard time with that first one. Go get him some apple juice.
You want more?
Can I get a real pour? Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, nah. So all right. So Tuesday I wake up, bro. It was mad weird. We got home at like 9:30, right? Right? 8:30, 9. That day, the Monday.
Monday.
The Monday when I guess I was like
8:30.
I guess
I'll
I was
finish
like
at
black.
Yeah,
Hey, black.
8:30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I
that-
swear, bro, you did that shit. I
Yeah.
swear. Yo,
play black.
you keep talking. Let me see if I
Alright,
have
alright.
find proof.
All right.
They
So
ain't
that-
checking
yeah, so
receipts
that-
and everything.
I guess I don't know. So that
Because
day,
he
yeah.
says I'm lying. I
So
don't
that
like
day,
being
right?
called a liar.
As soon as I got home maybe like 8:30, like 9 o'clock. I was knocked. Woke up at 11. I was like, oh, nice and energized.
good, bro.
I'm fucking chilling, bro. Yeah. So then I go eat something. I lay on my bed. I'm watching some YouTube or Netflix or something. Out of nowhere, I didn't even know I fell asleep. I thought I was still watching the show, bro. That shit was watching me. I wake up 6:30. I was like,
Are you still watching?
Fucking. I was like, it happened again, bro. I was so tight.
You
Bro.
should just set your alarms during the day, random times.
Yeah, I was. I
Yo,
didn't do
wait,
that.
what's that called?
Narcolepsy.
Yeah, you might be narcoleptic, bro.
You know what that is?
You be falling asleep sometimes in the middle of the day, not doing nothing.
Bro,
Like you could be,
I be talking.
He's falling asleep in the middle of a sentence.
I
Right,
fall
I'm
asleep
saying.
talking,
Yeah,
bro.
you
Yo,
could be
yeah, it could be
You should
narcoleptic, bro. Go get
for
checked.
it. Actually, what you could
I
do.
told you to get that
No,
shit checked out.
What you could
You know
do
how
is
you knew
there's-
that off the
hold
top?
on.
Because you're smart as shit, bro.
There's
I guess. It
Chemical
just doesn't
engineering.
make
Test
sense.
online that you could take. If you qualify for that, then it tells you to go.
Chemical engineer over here, dog. He could do it
Bro,
for you. Just run some of
We've
your
been
blood or
talking about
something.
music before.
Yo, that ass, bro. That story's fucking hilarious.
He's
too.
like, bro, let me tell you, the greatest rapper
Yo,
of
see,
all
this is
time
what- this is-
the way he says it cracks me up, bro.
So we were chilling and we were listening to Drake, right? And we were like, he was like, yo, can you sing no, we were talking about what song you can sing the whole way through, you know, like, yo, you know, some songs you can say word for word every single word in the song, right? I'm like, most of my songs are Drake. I was like, yo, you know, I got Headlines, I got All Me, right? And Underground Kings, whatever, right? And then he goes, oh, I go, yo, how does Headlines start? I can't even remember how it starts. And he goes, yo, it starts like, I was like, no, yo, and I'm like, I'm like, yo, nah, that's Underground Kings. And I look at him and he's already like,
slumped.
and I was like, yo, stop playing.
He's like, no, I'm really knocked
Yo,
out.
yo,
Vic,
I was like,
Vic.
I just threw a blanket on him, bro, and I went to sleep.
Yo, so then he wakes me up like hours later. Bro.
Yo, and I woke up before he woke up again. So I woke up, I'm like, yo, Vic, I thought I was awake. Like 6 hours later, I thought I was awake. He literally
That's
like
funny.
you know when you wake up and you like you
yeah.
breathe in mad deep.
Yeah.
He was like,
I
I thought I was awake.
I swear.
Yo, I thought I was awake.
I thought we were still talking about music, cause like I guess in my head I was
just-
still like, yo,
You
Drake.
just dreamed about
You
it.
really are narcoleptic. That
Yeah,
sounds
bro,
great.
and then
Yo, if you imagine he woke up just continuing the conversation where he left off
That's
6
what
hours
he
ago.
thought was about
That's
to
what I-
happen.
bro,
I'm
Yo,
talking
he
about-
did it. That's
that
what he
was-
said.
that
I
was
thought he
headlines.
was
woke
talking
up,
about
bro,
Drake.
I woke up mad
Headlines,
scared because it was
headlines.
dark out, bro. I'm chilling, and then I look up. I'm in a different room, not like mine. I was like, and then I just see this. He was right next to me. I see him on the left. I was like, What
and the sun
fuck?
is out now.
The sun's out, and I obviously like the sun's out and shit. I know time's passed. I'm like, yo, I knocked the fuck out. I thought I was still talking to this dude, bro. I thought he like teleported, bro. When I first woke, I was like, what the
That's just hilarious.
fuck?
And that's not the only time. Yo, too many times where he'd be like, yo, I'd be like, yo, you already told that to me. What the fuck are you talking about? I never said that to you before.
You're a liar.
What's the story with the
heavy was
the
one,
heavy?
and then there was another one though. On the phone too.
Oh, when I called.
With the merch. Bro. There was a day he calls me, yo, we got this I got this idea for 4 a.m. when I'm going to work. Yo, I got this idea for merch. I was like, all right, let me hear it. I'm like, all right, I hear it. I'm like, oh, yo, but I'm mad tired. I'm going back to sleep. Check you out. Hangs up. 11:30. Yo, I got this fire idea for merch. I'm like, oh, is it this one? And he's like, how the fuck do you know that shit, bro? Yo, what the fuck? Are you in my head? Are you conspiring against me, bro? I'm like,
so that's a joke. That's a joke.
Yo, there's too many jokes between us.
The conspiring against me, I said that as a joke because, bro, one day I was talking and then I was like spitting facts to this dude, I guess, and I was like,
nah, we were cool.
We were cool. All right, so
that was the day that I was like, yo, if God wanted to talk to me, he'd talk to me through my phone, and then I had some like crazy signal. We were talking about like, all right, so pretty much it was like you kept getting the signal of the babies, bro. Yeah, bro.
Or something. Yeah, you kept getting the shit about having a kid.
No baby.
He was getting the shit about having a kid, right? And then
Right now,
I'm thinking about the day, and I go, yo, I was like, yo, weren't we at Babies R Us or whatever, or some shit? Like we were near it, and he goes, how'd you know that? You're conspiring against me, bro. And I'm like, what the fuck? He looked like he was gonna fuck me up that day. He looked like, bro. He was like, you're conspiring against me, bro. I'm like,
and what that means, I said, what that means is, I was like, yo, sometimes I feel like life is like weird, right? You know, we be just living this shit, and I'm like, yo,
So he thought I was like
one
part
of the crazy ideas I had was like,
bro.
what if everybody in my life is just an actor? And they already know what's gonna happen to me, and they're just playing.
He watched the Truman Show too many times,
yo, right?
Don't do it to yourself.
Yo, so then when he knew some shit that I didn't tell him, I was like, oh shit, yo, are you conspiring against me, bro?
I was right.
I was like, yo, what's going on here, bro? He was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Nah, he's
Jay's
like
sitting there like, yo, they think they smart. I'm on there. I already know. I'm smarter than y'all. I got you, actor.
You know what's funny? The whole reason we started talking about the shit with you falling asleep was because I was trying to say how we analyze each other, right? So the way I analyze is I feel like, you know, I like that situation. I was like, all right, what is the best thing I should do in the situation with this dude being like that? I'm like, all right, I know if I talk to him, I'm gonna be tight, cause I already felt tight in my heart.
So let me
like, I'm very calm.
I understand though.
But I'm
you seem like you honestly was like,
because when I woke up at 6:30, I legit looked. I was like,
you know what I mean? You just broke your iPhone.
That's just been broken, but yeah, I think I just did.
But
just
it's an iPhone, though.
No, yeah, whatever. No,
my bad.
Nah, like. This, bro, real quick, bro.
It's an iPhone.
This shit don't mean nothing, bro. Phones, bro.
No, I
feel like it's just material, bro.
Everything's
but you should take care of it. It's expensive.
Yeah, all right, whatever. All right.
This man got money.
No,
you got money like that.
Clearly.
For real.
Nah, I just think, like, bro,
you can buy a new one. You put it on credit. It's fine.
No.
You don't have to pay shit.
No, time out. You know what it is? The story we had before when I was on your podcast. That you learn materialistic things don't matter.
Yeah. So like
so
when
for
I dropped
him, it's
it,
like, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Because before he was like, I need this. Right. So go back to it. You knew that you was already tight. So,
but if you talk to me all the time, right? I'm pretty calm, cool, collected. You can't tell I'm tight. But I'm gonna just be roasting him like for everything. I know
sarcasm.
So I'm like, when I'm trying to analyze myself, like, what is the best situation? I'm doing the math, right? Like, all right, what is the best? Like, what should I say? But also, I need to, after I know what should I say, I have to go back and say, how will that make me feel? And that way, it's like that additional thing, because we all feel some type of way. I used to be a person where I was like, yo, I'm always happy, and I always got to be enjoying life, because if you're tight, you're wasting time.
You're saying that very angrily.
Because I would be, like, if I'm tight, I'm wasting my time, because, you know, anger sometimes is a waste of time. People be getting tight about, you know, like, somebody messaged your order up at McDonald's. What the fuck, bro? They messed up my order. Like that, I feel like that's stupid.
You're angry about dumb shit.
Yeah, you're angry about some little ass shit that doesn't really matter. So I'm the same way in my life. So before, I used to like deny myself from being angry.
But he was actually tight.
Yeah, and when I was actually angry, I would deny that I was angry to myself, and I was basically lying to myself because I was like trying to prove to me that I'm always happy, I'm always in some good mood. But then that actually fucked me up. Because,
more later,
Yeah, because I was realizing I was not truly acting the way I thought I was acting because I was ignoring that shit.
Right.
So now I'm like, yo, feelings are not important.
He was just shoving that shit down, and it's a
jar, the Bill Burr jar, or you just keep closing it.
And I slapped the smiley's face sticker on the jar, bro, saying I was happy.
You're good, brother. You're good.
Yeah, but in reality,
you were lying to yourself.
Yeah, but I was lying to myself. That's why that's like one of my biggest things now. I'll be like, yo, it's stupid to lie to yourself because you're gonna end up fucking yourself up more. Because that's what's gonna happen. You're like, yo, I feel great, but you really don't. So I'd rather tell myself the truth. So I can truly feel. If I feel tight, all right, that's how I feel in that moment. We'll just now I just get over it quick.
So like what I said before, where I said I self-analyzed without feeling, is because I was the opposite. I was the angry guy. I was super angry, and I would always
come with that bias.
It would not even a bias. It was just that it would
always meet with anger.
I would meet with anger, and it started to not affect, but it started to dictate. Friendships and relationships.
Because
people wouldn't even say certain things to me, but I was the guy they knew was in their corner.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, I'm not gonna kick the small shit to him. I'm like, no, you might think I might take it as small, but it matters to you, so
it matters to me.
I'm rocking with you for it. Let's make it happen. So I had to, like you said, I had to.
He had to learn the levels of it because, like, what might be little to you, he took like, oh shit, that's fucked up. They shouldn't have done that to you. And so he was meeting it like, nah, fuck them. Like, let's do this, But they were like, nah, it's not even that serious. But as their friends, he felt that it was.
So for them, they say it's not serious, but I'm like, no, bro. Like, we're talking general GP. Like you don't do shit like that to people. Like, and that's the thing is, like, I think my morals kind of got in the way of friendships because I was like. If you want to be in my inner circle or someone I call a friend, or you're a lady in my life, I don't got to be fucking you. You're a lady I know. I expect every woman to carry themselves a certain way. If you know me and you say Derek is a friend of mine or someone I know, I don't fuck with no hood rat. I don't fuck with no bitch that play motherfuckers and string them along. I don't play with women like that. I don't put myself in those situations. I damn sure if I hear my dudes with girls like that, I let it be known like, bro, that's one for the streets, bro. That's the pass around. Poke and go. That's it.
That's better. Poke and go.
But that's all I'm saying.
Yo, poke and go.
But and I think I gotta. It has to. I have to attest that to.
He needs to learn the poke and go. Well, he be poking, poke.
No. If it's for fun, go do your thing. Get your nut up, bro. What I'm saying is, don't try
that now, bro.
Don't try and wife up someone that you know is toxic for you. Yeah. Or if it was your boy trying to mess with that girl, like that's what I say. Look at it on the outside. Say it was a dude you knew trying to mess with, like or a guy you know trying to mess with her, and you know she's. However, would you be like, bro, like nah, I would just do my thing and get up out of there. If you would tell him that should be your move.
And it doesn't even matter. Like, I don't even think it matters if she was for the streets or not. It literally
it's more
if
so
she's toxic for you.
Oh,
like,
she's just toxic.
Not for you. That's like a toxic person. Like if her, like, cause you might not realize it because you want to maybe further relations with her.
What's that called?
You kind of get enthralled with them.
No, you kind of just like take some stuff that you shouldn't. Just because you want to do certain, like if you want to hit it, bro.
Yeah.
You'll like do certain things you probably wouldn't normally do. You know what I mean? You're like,
I don't know. I ain't taking no thumb nowhere.
Oh,
no,
like
that.
Yeah, I'm just being real. I ain't taking nothing nowhere.
That's the trauma.
That's the trauma.
So with and this is again, I know that a lot of this comes from like the upbringing or like the people I was around. So like, I say it all the time. Like the guys who are like a little younger than me, maybe a couple years younger, they still got old heads. You know what I mean? Like where it's like they had someone older than them looking out for them. Yeah. Right. So I had a few that was just like, bro, you don't move this way, you carry yourself this way. You know what I mean? But like I can see it in these younger guys, and these younger guys be claiming the girls that we would have said that's the throw around for the group. Yeah. Like mad dudes tag that you know, and you still want to kiss that girl in the mouth, and you want to claim that girl as your woman.
She had dick.
But remember, your dude seen everything on her. She let this man in her. That's the kind of stuff where I'd be like, all right, we as men, we're too busy trying to find that partner that we could latch onto for a minute.
True.
Right? And it's like as much as we don't want women we care for in our lives to settle, we shouldn't either. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of the time women, when I say that shit, some women get defensive, but I'm like, no. You're only defensive because you're internalizing it. That means that you feel you fit that mold. So you need to deal with that. I'm speaking words that I'm pretty sure a majority of people, once you sit there and think about it, would say that's a general basis.
Valid.
Anybody could fall on
Valid.
that,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not saying like a girl can't change her ways, but if that's how I know you, that's how I know you. You was the pass around.
Yeah, but that's the same. That's the same thing.
That's tough, man.
That's the same thing for girls,
Right,
though.
but you gotta live in your ugly. Deal with your ugly. I love it.
But girls are quick to say, "Oh,
I ain't a
he's
hoe."
no." But girls are quick to say, "Oh, don't fuck with him. He's fucked everybody."
Yeah, or he ain't shit. That's my favorite. And I'm like, but you have 2 kids with him.
Women are annoying sometimes, though.
They are.
You got kids with him. What do you mean he ain't shit?
Yeah.
You went back. You have 2-3 kids with him.
Yeah, right.
I think that shit like on Twitter. You ever seen that? People be like, "Yo, me on Twitter, men ain't shit," and then it's like me in real life, like, "Oh baby, I love you." Yeah.
No, but I think this. I think the reason I went on this little thing is that I think you guys align like well enough where it's your opposite in personality,
Okay.
but when you sit down and get to the work aspect of it, you align just enough to get it done. Where it's like you could say to him, "Yo, we gotta do such and such," and he don't take that shit personal. It's like, yo, it's about it's about the podcast, and if it's the other
That's what
way,
I told him, it's business.
same way. But you know how rare that is. It's insane. Like it's kind of like discouraging how rare it is to find.
Yeah.
And I think it's it's one of those things that if someone from the outside sees it, they should bring it up so that you guys can kind of give each other your flowers in the sense of like, yo, we're making it work right now.
There you go.
Again, the reason I bring this up though is because the Joe Budden podcast and how that went about.
So I've been thinking about the
Did you
relationship
see the clip?
lately.
No,
Did you see?
I didn't
Alright,
see
so
the
pretty,
clip.
alright, pretty
He
much.
He told me about
It's
it.
pretty rough,
Pretty
bro.
much, Joe Budden like fired his boys, bro.
Yeah, he
I
So
watched it, yeah.
his boys that like pretty much helped grow the podcast with him,
Literally ground up.
Rory and Maul, bro. That's what their names are. He like, cause before, Joe Budden obviously he's an artist. He didn't make it as an artist like that, bro. He had, like,
hey. Bump it up.
Yo, what? He's a
Don't
one-hit
start.
wonder, bro.
Don't start. Go ahead.
Anyways,
I think his best music was when he was on coke, but go ahead.
so like Joe Budden didn't make he wasn't like top tier artist.
Jay-Z.
No, he wasn't like that.
what?
He was just
Oh my God. Why
he was
did
an
you say
artist.
Jay-Z's
He was
top
an
tier?
artist that came and went.
I mean, he's the one that's the billionaire. He's made all the money. He's changed the game in a way.
That doesn't mean he made the right business deals.
But if he
That doesn't mean he's a
wasn't
great
with
rapper.
Beyonce,
If he
would
goes bar for bar, yeah, he'd still be.
No, I'm
he
not
made the
saying-
I'm
right
saying music
business.
wise.
He made the right business moves.
That,
Go
but
ahead,
that's
go ahead.
isn't business sometimes more important than actual like.
When we talk merit, no, it's off of what we're talking about. If we say he's a top rapper or a top tier rapper, now we got to base him off of other guys.
Yeah.
But if we're basing him off of like net worth or something, sure, we could talk. But
Well, I mean-
that's the business aspect.
Yeah,
If we're talking craft,
but what if it's a combination of both? Because I think a rapper is not just like what they actually produce for rap.
what is
it's also
what is rap?
What is rap?
what is
Yeah.
rap?
Rap's not business. Rap is literally
yeah.
bars, lyrics.
Like poetry.
That's why I always tell you the
Right.
best rappers alive are not even famous, bro. They're probably some, like you said, flipping burgers, bro.
Ah.
They're like
Fuck
this.
guys.
I struggle with
rapping.
that. I have a hard stance on who I think is the best rapper alive right
Who's
now.
the best rapper alive?
I think it's Kendrick Lamar.
It is.
I
I agree.
agree.
I agree.
Okay. Oh, I thought we were
agree.
gonna have some beef because I was
I
like,
agree.
the only thing is he doesn't put out enough projects.
Yeah.
If he put out more work and showed that he can maintain that same level,
But
I think it would be.
But he doesn't do what a lot of other rappers do is put out content just to have shit coming out.
Well,
Kendrick-
the thing is, we don't know
Kendrick
how
is
much
a-
he's actually working
No.
on as a producer.
Kendrick
too.
is a artist. Is a artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he's
Artist.
he's for the love of the game. He
Yeah.
don't give a fuck.
Well, remember he started with TDE.
TD.
So he's like focused on getting the other guys too. He got J-Rock from Tech Nine in them. So it's like he literally went and did his work.
He's trying to bring up Reason. Right
But
now.
that's what I'm saying is-
Isaiah Rashad.
He's
Baby Keem.
Maybe Keem is.
maybe he might be in the part where he's like, all right, let me bring my guys up now, and then
Exactly.
but he's producing
And
a
he had a
fuck
kid.
ton.
And he had a kid.
True. But the thing is, it's not like he's out of the game right now. He's producing a lot of people's work. He did all the Black Panther. He did the Lion King remake. Like he's working. It's just that we're like, all right, but we want to hear you, bro.
wanna
You
hear
know what I mean?
him.
It's because
I wanna hear your
Kendrick,
words,
yo,
bro.
So look, like the way
do
I
change my life.
grade music is how I
Shit.
feel,
Mhm.
and Kendrick has been like an artist that like, bro, I can listen to him every day and I'll learn something new.
So you love The Weeknd then?
I love the
That
Weeknd
motherfucker
too.
make me feel shit I'd never even. I'm like, damn, I could.
Bro,
I could do some
I've
cocaine.
never brought a.
I never thought about doing cocaine. Never did cocaine. I'm like, I need to do cocaine
That's
and
the
fuck a bitch
funniest
from
shit.
New Zealand.
I said the same joke. I'll do cocaine with the Weeknd. That's what I said. Like, bro, like, I was at my job, and I was like, I'll do fucking cocaine. They were like, what? And I was like,
With
yeah.
the Weeknd, yeah.
And then they were like, and I was like, it just has to be the right situation. What's the situation?
Some
If I'm
titties?
at a party.
Oh.
Nah.
I do a bump of cocaine off the titties
Nah,
on
nah.
my ass cheek.
I was like, if I'm at a party, the Weeknd shows up, and he's like, Vic, calls me out by my name. Do a line with me. I'm doing that shit. No, but that's hilarious, bro. The Weeknd, bro. Like, bro, he just, like, bro, you know that song 28, bro, where he's talking about like bringing a shorty from the club and shit. Bro, I've never got a hotel, got a shorty in the club, and bro, like hit it or whatever. Bro, but through that song, I've done it, bro.
He was like, God damn, I did get her good.
I did.
I was lighting that bitch up. I want to talk about the impact of music on people.
We're talking about Joe Budden.
Let's talk about Joe Budden.
So Joe Budden,
first.
right?
Can you remember that? The impact of music. We'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right. So that got me thinking, because that's my boy right here, bro. Right? So we're boys first. In my head, we're boys first.
No,
right?
literally, we were boys first.
Yeah.
Too.
So we're boys first, right? And this is my dog right here.
Yeah.
And I would.
No,
I'll take another Julie or whatever.
there's one more.
Is it the citrus one? Shit. Was the citrus one good?
Taste it.
I struggle with like fake lime. Should make me want to gag.
Oh, really?
I'll drink that. Yeah, that's fine.
Anybody else need anything while I'm up? Like a regular water?
Brianna, did you
Our
pour
regular
one
water
before
would be
you
nice.
go?
Regular water, yeah.
A slice of pizza.
To the lightweights. Hey, that's me.
Shots, bro. Like, bro. The only thing I can take is a tequila with some lime. That shit tastes fire, but anything else, I'd be like,
That's me on. That's me on the nipple, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like that.
I eat a lot. I was being nice before, but
No, do your thing, bro. What are you talking about? Live your life, bro.
I just
Yo, like you.
No,
eat
I
that
like to
drink.
share.
Oh.
No, I like to share.
No, so
I like to share.
Yeah, go for it, bro. For real.
The Joe Budden thing, right?
Oh yeah.
That shit. All right, so that shit got me thinking, because I was like, this is my boy. This is like, especially just doing this podcast. If I learned anything, right? Like, if we stop today, if I learned anything, this dude's my brother right here.
You guys good? You want the AC on or?
No, that's
good?
perfect,
Okay,
bro.
yeah.
This dude is like my brother right here, bro. Right?
Yeah.
So when I saw that, I was like, damn, because I watch the show, this and that. Sometimes I don't watch it. That's Joe Budden's a hater sometimes, bro. He pisses me off. Like, I'm not a Logic fan, bro. But he'd be like,
You don't
bro,
like Logic?
I don't like Logic
Peep
like
his
that.
bars though. Like, just go
He's
read
an
them.
idiot. He's
Just
an
go
idiot.
read them. Don't
No,
listen
no,
to him
no,
say
Yeah,
it.
he's an idiot. That's what it is. He's
All
a
right,
hater.
wait. Let him get his idea out first,
Yeah,
and then we can go back to that.
look,
I've had this conversation with him like 10 times.
No,
bro. That's
I
what
fuck
pisses me
around
off.
with him.
I just
I
don't
fuck
wanna
around
forget
because
that.
he
Logic is my
sucks. He
dude.
sucks Logic off like
No,
hard.
all right, go ahead.
No, but anyways, so
I'm a
See,
big
I'm-
so
fan
he
of
gets-
him too, dog.
Yo,
Kendrick
but
and Logic, bro.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Real
Go
quick.
ahead.
He, all right,
He
so
only raps about being biracial, and that's not even true.
that's not what I said.
Go ahead, just go ahead.
But anyways, so Joe Budden, right?
Yeah,
I
he
thought,
didn't know how to get under your skin because
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, you started rolling your eyes. That's not what I said, nigga.
I was like, yeah. What are you talking about? Nah, but no. All right, so I'm thinking, yo, even though like whatever, I have my opinions on Joe Budden, whatever. That show, I thought it was I used to watch it because I was studying the game of podcasting. And I liked how it was like boys chopping it up about music and shit.
Right.
So then to see Joe Budden like just like pretty much like get the fuck off my show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that shit, like I was like, damn, that's crazy. Because, you know, with Joe Budden's podcast came the Spotify deal and he started making more money.
Right.
And he started and like I felt like the money changed him. And then like
Do you think it was the money or the power, bro?
the power
because-
and the money, bro?
Because the initial name or whatever they were gonna run with wasn't the Joe Budden podcast.
yeah, I
But-
think it's the ego. That dude needs
That's
to
it.
check. The dude needs to check his ego. So I started thinking for myself, like, damn. Wait,
Didn't
hold
we
up.
say one time though that it's not the money that changes you? I think the money just amplifies.
No, and you
What
did you see
you real.
the did you
That's
see the
really
Maul and Rory response?
Yeah.
Maul says that he's like, yo, it's not the money that changes you. He's always been that guy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Right,
He's always
right.
had an ego, but now he just has a little bit more.
But
So
the thing is,
Now,
was-
he,
but-
now he feels like he has power for
money.
real.
So money, with money comes power, right?
Regular
But with
water.
power, your ego gets boosted like a motherfucker, right? So that's what I'm saying. It's like, what's the quote in the Bible? Money is the root of all evil.
All evil, yeah.
No, it's ego. Money is power in this world. We see
Yeah.
this. We know this. and like you said, it kind of felt like an ego trip because the way he was talking was like, yo, you're not welcome here no more.
Yeah.
But if it was money, I'd be like, bro,
king.
you're not bringing nothing to the table.
He thought he was king, bro.
That's
right?
ego. That's right. That's power.
And like, I started thinking within myself, I'm like, damn, I see my podcast growing, our podcast growing. I see the show.
You heard him mine.
His side of it.
No,
His side, not your side.
Shit, I'm fucking up.
Vic was like, I see all the guests that I'm bringing over. They're doing
It's
great.
not even that. It's not even that. If we're talking, bro, this man's the hardest worker in showbiz, bro. This man right here, bro. This man was getting a whole
man. You know me?
Nah,
I'm talking shit. Go ahead.
But yeah, no. So I started thinking like, damn, bro, I never want that. I never want that to happen between me and Jay. Like,
right.
Even if like whatever, the messy room doesn't become like a thing, and we just like stop it one day, right?
Right.
I never want to be like, damn, I lost a friend because I was power tripping.
I was too caught up in the business.
Yeah, I was too caught up in the bullshit. You know what I mean? So I told you. I mean, I was like, yo, we're boys, bro. First, like, and I dapped them up in the car because I was like, fuck that.
And then I said, don't sign any of my contracts that I write myself.
Right.
Oh yeah, this guy. And then he goes, "You're gonna hate me." I'm like, "Yo, what a guy." But
do you guys have anything written?
No.
Yeah, same here.
We just been living life, bro.
Right. But because it's like
it's hard. It's hard. You know, there's a
core,
balance.
I think at its core, you just gotta remember what the initial concept, like the conception of it was.
Why we started it, bro?
Right.
Yeah.
And like the thing.
Yeah, but it is hard. It is hard to keep that personal relationship out of the business relationship, but also, you know, making the business as good as the business can be, but also making sure that you're remembering that
staying true to
there is still a personal relationship outside of that.
Right. But don't let that. Also, you gotta find that blend because you can't let the personal side get in the way of it.
So we have a split relationship. When we're talking about business. And let's say he's trying to keep me accountable. Yo, you're not doing this shit. What the fuck?
Right.
I'm not. I tell him, yo, I'm not gonna catch feelings.
I think that's just an ongoing theme between our relationship. We
right.
just never
but
really
then when we're
feelings.
boys, we're cooling. But in general, like we don't catch feelings.
Yeah. But we know. I think it's nice.
We know when like I know. Yo, Jay, we gotta do this, and this. He's not gonna be like, yo, why
are you telling me all this shit? Right.
What we gotta do. Because this is what we want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got to keep the train rolling. It's not just fucking...
I'm just talking shit to talk shit. Right.
Yeah. We want to make moves. So that's what it is. And I think we know that, like, that split between, like, business and fucking just being boys and having fun. And then...
I think at the same time, though, like, sometimes I do be getting tight and I'm like, yo, I feel like sometimes he doesn't take it serious or I don't take it serious.
Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes what I do personally on the inside.
Sometimes you think I'm not taking it serious, but I could just be like stressed out because of the day or whatever. But
I think I go too hard at it. When I do something, I go too hard at it, to be honest. Like
that's what I try to just give him the benefit of the doubt and understand that at the end of the day, we're all gonna die. So like if this shit grows,
I've been saying this shit like heavy, bro. Lately.
But
like, we all going down in the dirt, bro.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
But what I say to him too is like, if he's, because there are times where he'll be like, nah, we don't gotta do nothing today. Like we'll do it tomorrow. We'll figure it out. And then out of nowhere he'll just get this energy and he's like, all right, let's do it right now. And I'm like, but now I'm fucking tired. I don't want to do shit. So to him, on either side, though. But that's what I'm saying. But to him, I don't care about the stuff right now.
Yo, no bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if this sounds like needy or weird, but sometimes I just want her to be in the room while I'm working on it. Yeah. Because it's like maybe I might throw an idea to you.
It keeps you accountable. It keeps you accountable too.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Nah, because literally.
No, that's true. That's true. That's weird.
Just right there.
I thought I was being needy. I never wanted to say it out loud, but I was like, let me just see what they think.
Nah,
because I'm like, bro, sometimes when you just sit there, because like, say I'm like working on something, I'm like, yo, how does that wording sound?
Yeah. So this dude was working on like his homework and having meetings with like his group and shit.
What they look like?
In his house, fucking.
Forget it. Never mind.
It was like a dude. I don't know.
No, I'm chilling. I don't need to know. I don't need to know.
But I was on the laptop, like, and I would just give him like yo, does this sound good? Read the email. Yeah, it sounds smooth. All right.
Send.
Yeah. But in my house, I would have been like,
bullshit. You would attack. Yo, listen here. Yo.
Or he would have been like, damn, I don't know how to. Like personally, what I do. I'm sorry.
No, give him the awkward pause. Don't talk.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk.
No. I saw it.
Yeah.
The people are waiting.
All right. What was that about to say?
I don't know, bro.
That when he sent the email, whatever.
Oh, sometimes what you do.
Oh, sometimes what happens to me is when I struggle with something. Let's say like with that example. Damn, I don't know how to send this email. Oh, I'll think on it. and then all of a sudden I just forgot about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I never did it.
That's for real, right.
So when I have when
I ain't saying that shit.
when Vic is there or when anybody's there, it's like they keep me accountable because it's like, all right, they're watching me. They're watching me behind me right there. I gotta just do it. Whatever, fuck it, I'll just do it, and it keeps me accountable like that.
Yeah. No, I never thought about it that way. I thought it was like I just felt like maybe I was just being like the weird guy who wants his lady around him. No. Like I was claiming her that day.
I am that guy too.
I was claiming her that day, so she was my lady at that day. I was like, Brown, like you never want to be in the room while I'm working. What's going on? What's wrong with us?
I usually do.
I'm sorry. You're not at your mic.
They can hear me.
I don't want to argue. That's my move, bro. For anything, we'll be like.
Because what do you say back to that? I can't. I have to shut up. I can't keep continuing.
No.
Yeah.
No, because if you're like, I don't want to argue, you know.
Take the reins yourself. He trying to take the reins away from you. Just be like, yo,
nope.
you were doing. I want to argue.
Yeah, boom. I don't know how to bring the heat after.
What kind of heat?
Not that kind of heat. You relax, bro. There's people. What is happening? I don't know what's going on. No.
We can always chill in the side.
Nah, we're good. So I wanted to ask you guys before we jump back into the music stuff because I feel like you guys might be a little more versed than I realized in music and
I love music,
in your feelings, right? So the dynamic of how Joe handled it with Rory and Mal, like you said, you don't feel you could ever do that to your guy, and I'm sure it's the same way there.
For sure, yeah.
Do you think it was more so because you guys had that foundation first and they didn't? They were probably like acquaintances through like the scene
of people,
and then they went into business together, and then obviously like, Joe already had like the little one up kind of.
I was gonna say I think it's because Joe Budden had a name, right? Nobody really knew who Rory or Mal was.
Mal hit little honey dip, little Asian bitch that fall.
Oh yeah,
Instagram. He hit that.
No way.
That was his tag piece for a minute, bro. This little. Go ahead.
Show him.
No, but go ahead.
No, but I think that's why Joe Budden felt like he had more of a say because people heard the Joe Budden show.
No, Joe Budden, they knew who he was, right?
Yeah, so nobody knew who Rory.
They built the show with him, so they knew who he was already, right?
But all right, so it's the point that like Mal made when they responded. It's all right. Joe Budden had a name, yeah, but Joe Budden's name didn't make the podcast. It was them week in and week out making that podcast because Joe Budden, or according to Mal, never sold out like places like that. He never had people lined up around the corner, right? And he might be hating, but he said he might not have people around the corner, right? But then
I'd be hating too, though.
But I mean, they did. Joe Budden did them dirty, so fuck that.
Yeah, no,
gloves off.
Yeah,
gloves
off. They said they were
off.
trying to be with no feelings attached, but it sounded like.
But it's hard not to because one, he embarrassed y'all in front of mad people. Two, he made it seem like y'all needed him and you guys had nothing to do with the podcast. Come on, like that's just shady.
Nah, I think I'm telling you, it's an ego trip. Cause I mean, if you watch the show throughout the show, he be saying it like, oh, I be
But I mean, it definitely is an ego
thing. No, go like peep through some of her shit. Like I was like, that motherfucker hit that shit. Good for him.
My God, Mal, if you're watching this, bro.
Yo, kudos.
Yeah,
I think it was more than just an ego trip. I think. Because even the whole situation, like, and I feel like it's all intertwined. That's why I'm bringing it up. But his whole situation with Sin, it's the same shit as he needs to be in control 24/7. So if somebody is going behind his Santana,
she thick too though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So like Joe Budden clearly has a pattern of needing to be in control. When he's met with something that he feels he wasn't in control, he lashes out and he just says whatever the fuck he wants to say.
Do you find people like that losers?
Yeah.
No. I feel like
you don't find people like Joe Budden losers?
No, I find them to be people who haven't had the chance to sit down and really think about themselves.
They have traumas there's traumas that are embedded in their body.
Well, and I think for him, his is an actual trauma. Like you have some people who are so self-centered that lash, but you thinking inward would fix the self-centeredness. Yeah. You would be like, all right, it's not just me in this, but if it's traumas. What's making me lash out? Why am I not? Why am I self-sabotaging everything I do?
But sometimes you don't even, and that's what I was saying earlier.
I should be a psychiatrist, bro. Whatever the fuck that is.
You don't even know how the
traumas. A real person. That's what it's. That's how I say it. Like when you think about yourself, you're just a real person.
Yeah.
Because I feel like some people just let shit by and then that's just fake. They're not even a real person. Yeah, go ahead.
But you don't even know how traumas affect your day to day
Right.
until you like not you don't necessarily have to see a therapist, but until you talk about the shit that you've been through. Because like even for me, that when I talk to him about shit, I'm like, oh fuck, like that shit, it wasn't normal.
You know why?
Like,
Because I be talking the right shit when she asks or say something. I'll be like, and why you think that's not okay? Or why do you feel that's okay? Because if this was your homegirl or your daughter, would it have been okay? You know what I'm saying?
But that's the shit
it's
that we
because
don't.
it happened to us. We're like, I got through it already.
But
So you think you won, right?
yeah.
Because you already got through it. No matter
Exactly.
what, I'm still alive today. So you minimize what it was.
Yeah.
But if you hear that it happened to someone you knew or know or care about, now you're like, that's not cool. That's not like it shouldn't have happened to them. You know. And sometimes we sometimes need that like vocalization of someone saying like, if it happened to someone else you know, like say a name to it.
But I think that's
now
why
it gets more real. It's like, oh shit, wait.
Yeah.
No, I would never want them to experience something like that.
But that's why mental health in general is important, and I feel like, especially with men, right? Like when men are angry, y'all are just angry. Yeah. But nobody ever asks, why are you angry? What caused you to be angry?
I think sad is the scary one for me.
Sad?
When we're sad, is when I get like.
You just don't fucking know, bro.
Well, no, I'm saying when men are sad, it's when I'm like, that's when we might lose somebody.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of feeling this is. But when I feel like I'm not existent is when my most scary emotion.
I think I do my best work when I feel that way.
I do.
When you feel like alone and nothing is around.
Yeah.
That's me.
For me, it's like when I'm like, yo, like, is God real? Is God on my side?
Yeah.
Am I here?
Are you religious?
In my own religion? I would say it's my own religion.
What the fuck do you mean?
Like Jason, like I believe
His
in
own
myself.
beliefs, his own
I have my
beliefs.
own beliefs, and I created them through my own experiences and whatever, and they're ever changing.
I say that all the time. Yeah. I don't. When people ask me if I believe in God, I say I don't believe in the general construct that most men know it as.
Yeah. I mean, I believe in a higher power because it makes sense.
Right.
It just makes sense.
We were taught that way, but
maybe that's what it is.
No, but it does make sense too.
It's the same thing when I was like, bro, it makes sense. The Earth is a sphere. How do you know that?
Wait, you never seen the sphere?
Let me ask you a question. How do you know someone's sad when you walk into a room and don't speak a word to them?
How do you know they're sad?
Yeah. Or happy. Or angry.
Their face.
There's no word spoken. You never ask.
Their
nothing,
face.
bro.
Sometimes when people are sad or off, they don't make a face. They just look regular.
Like,
they put a mask on, right? But why do you feel that? Why do you know it?
Emotions, like energies?
No, that shows you there's something linking us all together, right?
Okay.
Energies. That's where I think God resides.
Okay.
When you feel love, when you feel anger, when you feel that's the power of God. But where is that? That's inside of us, right? That's internal. So it's not the guy walking in the clouds that they're talking about.
You know my example of why
This
God.
nigga said Zeus. Jesus. They say Jesus. They said that he walked. They say God transcended the clouds, right?
Yeah.
For me, if I took it scientifically or looked at it objectively, that's a fucking alien.
That's probably true.
Literally.
That's true.
In the Bible, when they reference the sea monster that came out of the water and had 9 heads and shot fire from its mouths, that's a
Old
fucking
Testament.
submarine. I'm just trying to say there's other ways to put this shit in front of us. I mean, the way it was spun or whatever was written the specific way on purpose. We are meant to believe what is written, right? But what do they show us as a Jesus?
Yeah.
White guy.
But what's written?
Skin of fucking hair of wool, skin of bronze.
Right. What color and race would that be?
Black.
Yeah.
Where did the Bible take place? Where is that?
Right? Jerusalem?
Jerusalem, Egypt. Where is that?
Egypt.
Africa.
Right. What color of people are out there?
Brown.
Not white. That's odd. Right. But I'm saying,
Not black.
in religion, it contradicts itself. When you ask the why, what does the pastor or preacher or whoever say? You need to just believe.
But the thing,
when you start getting too deep, that's why I stopped
but
believing.
the problem that I have with religion, and I used to go to church all the time. My grandmother, to the day she died, went to church. Believed in that shit verbatim. She didn't give a fuck. But the problem that I have with religion is when people say, and I think like it's from shit that I've been through in my life, but it's like, God put this on your plate for a reason.
Right. Yeah.
So you
I
mean
hate
to
that
tell
fucking
me,
saying.
you mean to tell me that all these people that are getting molested, raped, murdered,
kids,
God did that shit to them?
Kids.
And y'all think that shit's okay? But when the bad shit happens, it's the devil.
Right.
When the good shit happens, it's Jesus. But you just told me that Jesus put that on my plate.
Yo, what's that MERS line? Oh, when things go wrong, the devil gets the cred, but when everything goes right, it goes to God instead.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
But that's what. And then for people to be, you know, with the Bible, for me, how the fuck are you keep adding these new chapters in a fucking Bible if that's God's word? How did in 2000 you're gonna add a whole New Testament for what? How? Where did these shits come from?
It came out of your own mouth. You said that's the Old Testament. So do you know the difference between the two? Like, can you?
So I mean,
like you had an upbringing in the church.
Yeah. So I mean, from my understanding, the Old Testament is before Jesus Christ was alive.
Yeah.
And the New Testament is Jesus Christ.
Bro, I thought it was all the same story, just rewritten.
Nah.
So like younger people understand.
So the Old Testament's like kind of weird. It's kind of funky.
Baby Bibles for that.
It's kind of funky.
Do they overlap?
No, they overlap in
with
at the end
with characters essentially.
At the end.
They
How do you overlap at the end?
So pretty much
like
so
Revelations is a prophecy.
Yeah.
And it's
so
I try to skip at the end and I try to read Revelations to understand it.
Right.
The apocalypse.
The
and all
apocalypse,
that shit,
right?
Whatever.
That's the fun part.
But you have to, in order to read that, you have to understand the whole thing.
But you're not supposed to read the Bible front
to back. You're not supposed. You're supposed to skip around.
Apparently that's.
It's bad. You can get like cursed or something. But
I was reading it front to back, like a.
And you're okay.
Exactly.
I'm alright.
For like lack of a better term. I don't know, bro.
Yeah. But that's the thing is like certain churches create certain things. So the path.
I read it like on my own.
This church literally was like, don't read it front to back, or you're gonna get cursed and the devil's gonna be in you for the rest of your life.
I think it's
so I stopped reading the Bible.
Technically, us being human, right? Don't we have God and the devil technically influencing us?
Yeah.
I believe in only God and no such thing as the devil.
But you can't do that because
you're not gonna tell me.
I'm not Christian.
But you can't tell me that God and the devil aren't the same person.
They're not the same person. Same
They
person?
are.
No, bro. Stop.
Do you have good and bad days, right?
Bro, time out.
I believe we're all the same person.
I understand. That's a good one because that's scientifically it makes sense. Because if you talk about space being fabric, yeah, it all makes sense. But when we talk, what space is a fabric?
No, that shit was crazy to say.
Oh, you do know that though, right? Like, you know how we talk gravity?
Duh.
So gravity as a
never
whole
seen that example?
pulls
Where
down.
They have like a blanket and then they put the balls.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've seen.
So
that.
when you put the ball, that's gravitational pull.
Yeah.
So basically, it's
Space-time.
showing you that space and time is literally able to be bent and folded by the weight of something.
Fabric. Oh.
That's why you say speed of light. It's literally light can go through whatever, be it a black hole or whatever.
No, everything at a black hole disappears basically.
So supposedly they just found out that something can actually continue to move, but it's like at such a fraction of time that we barely can gauge it.
Yeah.
But
sometimes
regardless,
that shit is just bullshit, bro.
Right, because I'm like, bro, all I knew before is there how many planets?
9.
How many are there now?
8.
What happened to Pluto?
That's fucked up.
It's a sector.
I'm
What the
offended.
fuck?
I'm offended. It was so small it didn't count as a person.
It's a dwarf planet.
Yo, I'm not a planet no more. They call it a sector.
It's not a
lit-
dwarf. It's not even a dwarf.
It's not even called Pluto no more. It's called
Fucked up.
Sector 9 something.
Yeah.
But
And they found more stuff around it, no?
nah, it's by, that's like the little dicks, bro. They don't count.
Oh god.
That's like you got to clip, bro. You trying to hump a girl, you got to clip, bro. Chill out.
Oh god.
Hey yo.
But to go back to
Go
what
ahead,
she was
tell me.
saying, and I'm not. I
I'm
want
not
you to.
gonna say
I want you to develop this argument more.
It's developed.
That's why I debate you so much.
It's
Time out.
developed.
In the Bible, they literally tell you that the devil was what?
An angel.
A fallen angel, meaning you know he's a separate entity.
So the devil was his name was Michael, right? Lucifer.
Lucifer.
He's
He's Michael's.
An angel.
He's Michael's brother.
Yeah.
They're all siblings of the great creator or the great architect.
So
Okay.
he was like
Hold on. Go ahead.
he
No, good.
pretty much from my understanding, Lucifer was like, "Fuck you, bro. I could, I don't believe this shit or whatever. I could do this shit on my own."
So from what I remember, Lucifer's biggest gripe was that why did God love us the same or more than the angels? And that's why he had fallen, because he had challenged what was
That's
put
what
in front
I
of
thought.
him. But all that showed me was like, damn, I can't even ask why. If I ask my parents a question, they don't answer with anger and punishment.
Yeah.
They
But-
try and give me their best
Yeah. But that's
answer
also,
of their knowledge.
that's also a problem with the
Wait,
the
go back.
religion as a whole. I'll go back to that.
Right,
but
I'm like, go ahead, tell me. 'Cause he
that's
just-
the problem with religion as a whole is a lot of people who practice religion also
Don't
have
know
those old school beliefs of gay people, that the devil's in them. No,
Yeah.
but God loves all his children.
And built you
God
the way-
made that. God made him that way or her that way. So how are you attacking this person, and that makes you a better person? But what isn't one of the 10 Commandments? Not thou shalt not judge or whatever.
I don't know nothing.
Thou shalt not judge your neighbor or some shit
so.
like that.
I didn't like don't fuck their wife.
No, but it's something about judgment. I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
don't quote me.
Yeah.
I haven't done it.
You're not supposed to do it.
People do it all the time.
At all?
But you mad at the gay person?
Right.
Because all you gotta do is go confess your sins and you're good.
What you got? 10 Hail Marys and 3.
I'm not gonna say the name
That's
of
Catholic church.
But even then, I'm not gonna say the name of the person, right? But this woman, on her deathbed, on her way out, had a conversation.
Oh yeah.
And the motherfucker told her, "I'm worried about your soul. You need to repent or whatever. You need to ask for forgiveness so you could go into heaven." And she said, "The same heaven where the rapists, the murderers go. I don't want any part of your heaven. I don't want to be part of that heaven."
Wow.
It's true.
I said, "I hope she's up in that heaven, raising hell."
But it's true because how many predators, sex offenders and shit. So all
Because
you
I
have
say,
to do,
forgive me?
all you have to do is say, "I apologize, forgive me for my sins," and so that makes you a good person. You go to heaven.
This is why I have my own
It doesn't
religion.
make you a good person.
This is why I have my own religion, though.
Well, who did that benefit back in the day? Let's not pretend when it was written there was a power structure in place.
Yeah. So I think the problem with religion is
manipulations.
Is the fact of
everything
it
in the
was
world,
used. Bro. It was used for power. It was used as a tool to conquer,
manipulate.
Yeah, manipulate. But I think, like, I feel like God is divine. I feel like
you were taught that.
You have to.
That was pushed on you.
Nah, but
all of us.
Yeah.
I'm not even religious. It was pushed on me.
Facts.
You don't say certain things.
I think it's opposite though. I think you find divinity and then you label that God instead of saying God is divinity.
If that happened naturally, it'd be beautiful.
Yeah.
But it's not. That's not the way it's taught.
Oh yeah.
You're taught, bro.
Because
when you sat down at the dinner table, what would you do? You would say grace. You would bless your food, right?
No.
Well, in general, that's what's taught for people.
Supposedly.
I'm not. My family. What? I don't even know what kind of religious we were.
I technically was Protestant.
Oh, that might be what we were too. Yeah, we were Protestant.
So no, but I think
Christian.
If God is within you, right? And you're confessing to Him, it's not just. Yo, it's not like I fucking killed 10 people right now.
I fucked up, bro.
I fucked up, bro.
Forgive me.
No, I think you truly have to mean that shit.
And doesn't that mean you don't do it again?
If God knows all, right?
But
He knows your true intentions. And if your true intentions are not pure, I think you are not going up there, bro.
You're only repenting to get a benefit. You're only repenting to go to heaven instead of hell.
True.
So the only reason why I'm saying, damn, I fucked up is because I know I'm sick. And that's when a lot of people start saying their shit when they're on their deathbed. Like, yo, I fucked up. This is what I did back in 1922. Like, remember that chick, the Emmett Till girl? She's like, I lied.
Yeah. On her deathbed, bro.
On your deathbed, you want to come out clean, but you fucked this man and his whole family up over some bullshit.
He died. He died at 14.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, the whole... And so that's okay? So what? She's going to heaven? Because maybe she really did mean it.
Mean what?
Like, maybe she was like, damn, I shouldn't have done that.
If she meant it, she would have said it right away.
But I don't know. I'm not God, but
I'm saying you would have apologized after the death of the kid or whatever. You would have apologized years before. You wouldn't wait till it's time to go. Like, now you playing that fake game. That's where you have that fucking false righteousness. Yeah. And that's where I start to hate people.
No, that's why I say I think you need true righteous's in order to actually go to the.
But is there such thing? I think it's when you start talking righteousness in any sense, there's no being a person. Because now I'm greater than thou. Yeah. Righteousness is about being the best of the greatest. Yeah. I just want to be. You see me as a fucking person.
Exactly.
See me as Derek. You know what I'm saying? When I kick it to you, I'm trying to kick it to you as a human.
Yeah.
Like that time when I said it to you, I was like, bro, I wasn't sure you even remembered who I was.
Nah, I did.
To you was like, of course I remember you. But to me, I'm like, no, I'm being fucking straight up.
Yeah.
Like, I've had motherfuckers like, oh, but, you know, whatever. That's why, and I say to this day, you might say trauma, but I'm just like, that's just how shit moved. Like, you know, when I went to dap motherfucker up before, they were something like, some dudes would be like, oh, bro, like, who are you? All right. You'll never catch me that way again. Yeah. Never. And then after that, you know, I made whatever little name with friends and shit. Yeah. Then the motherfucker want to act, oh, yo, and I would say, yo, bro, I don't know you. Yeah. And I would hit them the same way they hit me. And that's just humility. I'm not even asking for you to be, you know, on some shit where we best friends, but my nigga, you met me before. You know of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just see me at a basic level. And that's the same shit that in the world right now that motherfucking black people are striving for. Just see us at a basic human level. Bro, I'm not asking you to fucking let me get a one-up on nobody. No, give me a chance to survive.
Michael Che, he says, it's not black lives are better. Right. Black lives matter. We just exist.
Yeah, but that's what, and we've talked about it on a few podcasts.
You guys say the Asian thing too? that you didn't hear the other shit? When the Asian Lives Matter came up, you didn't hear the other shit?
Yeah. So it's like, so when the Black Lives Matter movement happened, the first thing you heard was all lives matter. Right? So we're not saying.
I don't know why that shit gave me the chills.
Yeah.
Bro.
Which one? The segue was fucking clean.
Well, we're not saying.
But the all lives matter when you said that shit.
Yeah. It's like we're not saying that white lives don't matter. We're not saying Latino lives don't matter. Asian. We're not saying that. What we're saying is that all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter. Right? So the what is it, like metaphor, whatever I give? Is it a metaphor? I don't fucking know anymore.
Go ahead.
But it's like if you have your house is on fire. Guess what? I'm gonna water my house because I don't want my house to burn. But your house is on fire. You need all the resources right now. Right. My house is not even on fire yet. Right?
So what am I looking like watering my fucking house?
Watering my dry ass house while your house is going up in flames. That's what we were talking about with the Black Lives Matter in general. But when the Asian hate or Stop Asian Hate or whatever came out, guess what? There was no All Lives Matter at that point.
They didn't say that shit.
And it was quick.
They got a bill.
Laws,
passed.
bills, everything.
Yo, you know what bill still's on the fucking Senate, the Senate floor right now? The anti-lynching bill. Can you believe that shit?
It's been there since what? A long time. Like
the shit's been here. Been there before
shit,
segregation, bro. We haven't seen a bill passed for black people to stop lynching. The one way you would publicly show you do something and this is what happens. You still haven't stopped. Yeah. You haven't made it a federal law. But you federally let it be legal to own a person. Yeah. But I mean, this is why I say our government is built off of heavy bullshit and supremacy of the whitest kind. Yeah. As much as people want to be like, oh, I don't agree with that. Look at our dollar bills, bro. We don't gotta go that far, but yeah, that's true. Our monetary notes are, and most of them were slave owners. Yeah. Like, let's be real. But the thing is let's acknowledge it at the basic level.
Yeah. We talked about it yesterday.
Go ahead.
About what was I just gonna say?
Damn, don't do that to me. What are we talking about?
With the freaking with the whole movements in general and how Black Lives Matter. But
because they do
matter. But I think like it's on a bigger scale, right? So like our whole justice system is fucked. The whole criminal system is fucked. It was based on not false pretenses, but it was based on
like, they were built the way they were supposed to be built.
That's what I'm saying. Like they were built wrong. Like the start of it was all fucked. It was all wrong. It was racist. But now, like, people are making laws and shit, and it has nothing to do with them. Like, as a white woman, I cannot make a law that is going to affect a black man. I don't know anything. In general, I don't know any of their experiences. It just shouldn't happen. There shouldn't be white men making laws for black males. There shouldn't be men making laws for women. If it includes you, that's when it affects you. You know what I mean?
But I think everybody should have a voice in it. I just think it needs to be.
But it's all white men.
That shows you the supremacy part.
That's what I'm saying is, so if we start there, if we start simple, if you don't have a vagina, you can't make bills on vaginas.
I don't think it should be, the government should be able to tell nobody what to do with their body.
You shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying? That's all across the board. Like, I shouldn't have to go get a permission slip to get my balls snipped so I don't have no more kids. Because it got dark, baby. So in Massachusetts, we technically have a law that what is a common law marriage? If you're together for more than 5 years and live together or whatever, you technically like common law marriage. You can't go get a vasectomy without permission from your significant other. So I need to go get a permission slip for her to tell me I can go take the precautions to not have no more kids. Why do I have to go get permission from another person to tell me what I could do with my body? If I don't want to have no more kids, that's my decision. Just like she's saying, if she wants to, or any woman wants to not have any kids and want to go get an abortion or whatever, that should be up to the person, right? The thing is, again, we go back, when we talk this kind of stuff, we have to acknowledge that this shit is deeply rooted with religious background. What religion, or in general, any belief, you would want to see the life. You don't want to see somebody just be like, nah, and boom, cut it, right? As humans, we have...
God we trust on the dollar, bro.
As humans, that's true, right? But that's why I say separation of church and state has never been true. It's always been a facade. Always. When we say the Pledge of Allegiance, when you're sworn in on the Bible or whatever book, in church, in the courthouse.
Courthouse.
That's the shit I'm saying. In general, whenever you do that, there's always still the little like undertones of religion. Why the fuck are you trying to have me swear in on a book where, in the end, no matter what I say, my peers should have the final say, but it doesn't go to them, it goes to the judge. So it's one person who arbitrates it all. Now this motherfucker could had bad experiences with a Latino or a black person and has prejudice. So now I don't got the fair shot I should have had with the peers. But even then, back in the day, we'll go further back. It was all the game to show, no matter what you do in the end, it's gonna be us that determine your fate. Because back in the day, the way that they did this whole judicial system is that you got a jury of your peers. Mm-hmm. Most of the time, people that look like me, did they have anybody on that jury that looked like them?
Nope. Also, did you guys know that there are 12 jurors for a reason?
Oh shit! I didn't know that she found that shit out.
What's motherfuckers? So they say, right? Separation.
But just throw it a different way. You're gonna tell them it.
Fuck it. I'm just gonna say it.
Because I want to see if they. All right.
I don't know how you want to
present
it.
They say separation of church and state. Mm-hmm. Who had 12?
Who had 12? The apostles.
The disciples.
What? That's based out of the Bible.
So they
how many jurors are there?
12. Right?
Mm-hmm. There are 12 jurors that were based on the 12 disciples, and the judge was essentially like. Not Jesus, right? But like Jesus and his 12 disciples. So that's what the judge and jury.
Disciples?
It's apostles.
I don't know.
Disciples.
Yeah,
right.
disciples.
I said apostles 3 times.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
Is our apostles mentioned or referenced in the Bible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are they? Are those the people who ate at the last dinner thing or whatever it is?
No, wasn't that the disciples?
I don't know nothing.
Well,
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Here's the difference.
Go ahead,
they were disciples. Because disciples are students, one who learns from a teacher. So
I know what a disciple is.
That's what I'm saying. So listen.
Disciples learn from Jesus.
An apostle is sent to deliver those teachings to others.
Oh.
So I think the disciples eventually turn into apostles.
So those are like
So wouldn't Jesus be an apostle?
No, Jesus is God.
No. Yeah.
Oh, he is an apostle. Yeah.
He sent the message.
He did.
So Muhammad in the
right,
Quran,
but that's what I was gonna say is like, how do we discredit the other stories then? Because the Bible references those people.
The Bible.
No, I don't believe in any of that.
The Quran references Jesus. I don't think the Bible references Muhammad.
Yeah, the Bible references a lot of the same people that Abraham and all that. Abraham. They all reference the same.
I think Abraham is the only one. In the Bible, at least.
No, you got all that shit is all referenced in the same thing. You got Abraham, you got what was the Mormons
and
all that?
Reference who?
Moses, all that shit.
Muhammad.
Yeah, they.
I've never heard.
As long as they're mentioned in the Bible.
I don't remember though.
Right, but I'm saying is if they're mentioned in the Bible, it shows you it's all the same story. Just like in Jerusalem, what's the
It said the name Muhammad is frequently mentioned verbatim in the Bible. Oh, really? Jesus answered the name of the Messiah. The
Bible and the Korah. That's the
Quran.
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 Is it Quran?
Quran is the one for Muslims, right?
No, that's
Bible.
Yeah. What's the one the Jewish?
Quran.
Temple.
Nah, their Bible, the Korah.
Torah.
But all the books mention every fucking same. Like, say it's like one group, right?
Because they're supposedly based off of the same thing.
But why? So why does the other religion work so hard to discredit the other two?
Is it not? At that point, is it not a chapter book? Because now I internalized it and made a new book based on my beliefs.
So it's not a chapter book.
It would still be a chapter book.
No, it's just like they said before. It's literally used as a tool.
But I think
to use to like. Not control, but basically control the people.
It's control.
Because think about it. If it's all the same story and everybody,
that's my problem.
We all. Yeah. Well, I think it's just a matter of, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's a belief system.
Yeah.
So we can't talk about or measure invisible friends. Mm-hmm. We can't do that.
And
because even if they say that Jesus is technically, like they know for a fact that he existed.
Yeah.
Even then, we're still taking the word of those people who might have wrote in that fucking book.
But you can't invalidate my feelings because of somebody else.
I think when we talk beliefs, you can't invalidate nobody's belief or feelings.
I feel like, and that's where I stopped going to churches because it was.
That was before me, right?
Yeah, it was before you.
My problem with religion is not the idea of God; it's the idea of like the power and control and shit. Going to Africa and fucking.
That's the man-made part.
Yeah, that's my problem with it, because I have like friends and family and stuff that are very like into God and into their spirituality and into their religion, but I'm not against them. I'm against the idea of that shit was used as a power trip, bro. Mm-hmm. That shit was.
I say it all the time. I'm
the Audio Technica to you, yeah. There you go. Yep.
I'm always for religion if it makes you feel better, be the best you, be a better person.
But you shouldn't use religion to bash other people.
That's what I was gonna say. But you also have to say, and I've had this conversation with Sam a couple times, is that you also have to acknowledge that there is the interpretation of man in the writings alone. So if somebody had some sort of a agenda, they would make a certain people look better than others.
I might be wrong. My understanding was, weren't they like prophecies or something? Yeah.
Right, but prophets? Who translated them?
But so okay,
a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you still introduce. Let me do it at a simpler term, or a thing. If you knew you fucked up, and you had a slip that you had to get signed from your parents, right?
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it that day.
You'd wait.
Because you knew you had the weekend in front of you. You'd wait till Monday on the way to school
when you have to leave
to give it to them, right?
Yeah.
So you would kind of make the situation better for yourself.
Yeah.
Right. So you want me to think that a grown ass man who would be like, all right, let's play the long game, and at a certain point this is gonna be what the world references.
You think they knew that though? You think they knew the world was gonna notice?
But I think even now
they had a game plan.
You don't think they were just thinking like we're gonna conquer these people now? You didn't think they were gonna conquer the world?
They played the long game the whole way.
That's what it is.
Think about it this way: in Africa, 2 tribes battling, same plot of land, right? I can see your family, you can see mine, any given fucking day.
Yeah.
When we go to war, because of our differences, and when we defeat you and you become part of our tribe, we don't enslave you. You're part of our tribe. They called them savages, just like the Native Americans that lived on the land before they got here. Christopher Columbus, right? They were savages. But the people on Crusades who raped, pillaged, and all that, they say they were heroes.
For hundreds of years.
They say they were heroes. Who did the Crusades? What they look like? Not like me.
No.
There's a reason that they speak on it the certain way that they do.
But there's a reason why they teach the shit that they do in school.
Right. Again, there's a reason why they leave certain shit out too. You know, it's just that there's so much in the.
But I don't want to get too caught up in this shit. It gives too much power to the man.
And I'm not defending it. I'm just thinking.
No. Your questions are healthy. Like they're expected questions that make sense in someone who's honestly trying to learn. Yeah. If you just shut down and was like, nah, you wrong, I'd have been like, all right, maybe he's not ready for some sort of an open debate. It doesn't need. I don't want it to seem like, oh, I'm trying to like.
No.
Turn your mind to something. No, I just want to make you maybe go look into it a little bit. See whatever.
Whatever. So the Bible, if people really like the Bible. It helps them. That's cool. The problem that I have is with churches. You have a pastor or a priest or somebody, right, that is at the head of the helm. That person is reading a scripture. Usually the message, they have the service. And in the service is a message. That's when they read a scripture and then they go off.
They go on a tangent.
Yep.
Yeah. Or a speech or whatever.
Speech or whatever it is. But that tangent, you're reading the scripture. I could take that because then I can interpret it how I feel it applies to my life.
Yeah.
But now that you're giving me your message, you're pretty much telling me how I should feel about this scripture. So it's no longer how I feel it's applying to my life. It's, guess what? This is how I interpreted it. This is what God wanted you to know. No. Because God told me what I needed to know because that's how I felt. That's how I felt it applied to my life because everybody has different experiences. And I think that when I realized that's when I was like, I can't really fuck with the whole God thing because you're telling me that God wants me to feel how you feel, but the shit that you've been through and I've been through is different. So when God was saying, thou shalt not judge your neighbor, I'm like, but that motherfucker did me dirty, so fuck him. But to you, it's a whole different thing, and I think that's what I was struggling with religion is like, and I would never say, like, I have friends that still go to church, still, they pray for me. That's cool. If that's how you live your life, I'm not gonna say nothing against it because that was me for a while. And when shit got tough, I would pray, but then I was like, that's kind of fucked up because I'm not giving my all to this religion, right? So I'm only using it when I'm affected or whatever.
I think so. So I like Jason. I contemplate God like every day, all the time, right? I go back and forth. I teeter-totter. I say it all the time. I teeter-totter with God, and I think, like, cause I haven't gone to church in so long, cause I don't. That I feel like it's like a lot of man-made laws and a lot of rules that were just put there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think like, I don't know. I feel like there's more to it. I feel like it's not within those rules. I feel like there's a spirituality side of it where it's like finding yourself, like learning within yourself.
That's why I asked, what is the point of religion? What do you think is the point of religion? No, what I'm asking you.
I honestly, I feel like the point of religion is to give us a safe place that we can go when we don't know the answers.
But then I feel like, but I feel like it got manipulated.
It did.
In the process.
But I think that's the thing, right? So right now, say I'm saying something, I'm like, this is what God said, this is how you should feel. That's going to play in your head, whether you believe it or not. You're going to move a different way because of the shit that you've heard. And I think that's the thing is, like, the pastor's word or the priest's word, you're like, this is their career, this is what they do, so I should believe them, and then that influences your decisions in the long run. And I felt for me it wasn't okay because that's not how I felt religion played a part in my life. I didn't want to feel that God was judging me every move I made, whether it was right or wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the shit that I might have done could very well send me to hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to me, I'm like, I made a mistake. I got to learn from that. But in the eyes of the Bible or this priest, now I'm going to hell. I need to come here every day. I need to come to church every Sunday. I need to pray. I need to do this.
Because I feel like, because I feel like a lot of like in the Bible, right? A lot of people that God chose as like a disciple or chose to be whatever, they weren't like the most perfect people, bro. Like, for example, like Peter, bro. I think it's Peter, bro. I might be wrong. He was like a gangster ass dude, bro. Like, he's walking with.
I can't confirm.
I can't confirm. I probably correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm not sure.
Anyone correct me if I'm wrong. But bro, I think it's Peter. He literally he cuts a dude's ear off, bro.
Yeah.
Walking behind Jesus. Jesus like, cool it. Hey, yo, cool it. You know what I mean? And like,
what's the one with what's that?
And then like Jesus heals his ear, and then he's cooling again. Yeah. But like, you know what I mean? I don't think like, so that shows me like at least like what I'm thinking. I think like they're not. I feel like like God or whatever, right? I feel like people try to change people. I felt like,
why?
Because, bro, people want to feel comfortable, bro, right? And people don't like change.
All right, and humans are creatures of what? Habit, but social groups.
Yeah, we're creatures. Yeah, we're social creatures. Yeah. So I think like, I don't know. I think
so. Like, religions would be,
I don't know, a social group.
It would be a means of control.
Yeah.
Because if we have the same beliefs,
it's kind of like a cult.
It's literally a cult, but
people get uncomfortable. So I was gonna say, just based on that Peter story, like how he just slashed
that motherfucker's ear.
Yeah, right. I think like just
like,
on a spiritual level,
barrio, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he did. So I think on like a spiritual level, I don't think God is trying to change you. I think humans are trying to change you. Like, you know what I mean? Religion is, I think it's man-made. So I think that shit's trying to change
we know
you.
it is.
Yeah. Religion is man-made. So I think, I know that shit's trying to change you, right?
Yeah.
I think if God is real, I don't think he's trying to change you as a person.
Yeah.
I think he's just trying to
make you a better person.
Make you a better person.
Let him say his shit. Don't fill it in. Don't give him a cop out.
Okay, you're right.
But
make him think of that shit.
But you feel me?
Yeah. So the reason I say that, the reason I would say is you're being idealist, because you're just trying to give the better position for the whoever. Yeah. But we live life. We've seen not all humans are like that. Yeah. Sometimes motherfuckers just want their come up.
Yeah. How many?
So you're thinking in an ideal world.
But how many?
You're thinking that we want everybody to have the fair shot, everybody to have a chance of love and religion and all that. But for everybody to have the chance at love and whatever, just like we say Black Lives Matter. What about the gays that the religion want to ostracize?
That's what I was gonna say. Is how many Christians, or I say Christians because that's what I know. From experience.
No, I understand.
But like, I know so many Christians that are in the church every single day. Like Sundays, they do the Bible study on Wednesdays. Like, they're in that shit. They
I go to church Wednesdays and Sundays.
But
throughout a certain time of year.
He's just lying.
No, it's football season.
Listen.
The Wednesday updates and then Sunday games. And Church of Belichick, baby.
Fucking guy.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But a lot of these people were the first people to cast judgment or do some shady fucking shit on the side. So there's a lot of alcoholics in the churches. There's a lot of pedophiles in the churches. Like, you're doing the shit that you're telling other people not to do. But because you feel like you are higher, or you could pray and you'd be fine, you feel like you can move a certain way. And I think that's the problem that I have with it, is a lot of the Christians that I know were moving shady behind the scenes and made it seem like, no, I love Jesus. Jesus will protect me.
Yeah, like a cop-out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man, you got me thinking. I'm over here.
I don't really...
I want to
know why Jay's quiet. Right.
It's because I don't deal with religion. Because religion to me is not what you guys are talking about. Religion to me is what you believe inside of yourself and what helps you be yourself as a human being. And not even just as a human being, as a being in general. Because aside from being humans, like in these bodies, we're beings that live and think. Like I was gonna say earlier, a reason why I believe in God, like one reason, not one reason, but there's tons of reasons. But something I think is like, all right, so if you picture God, I would say God has capabilities to do whatever He wants, right? Like
what does God look like to you?
No, nothing.
But you reference Him as He every time.
I also references that she sometimes too, and it and they.
But God, in the Bible, what does God reference as?
As a he? No. But
how did God proclaim themselves?
As a man? As what?
I'm the being known as I am. That's it.
I am. Oh, I'm not.
There's no gender.
I literally, bro. I don't do nothing with the Bible.
Well, I'm not even. This is the thing is, I've only learned this shit over conversations like this. I've never once read or studied into the Bible. It's just that people gave a fuck enough to be like, all right, Derek's not coming at a spot of disrespect in this, even though that's the name. But I want to just learn. I want to, like, honestly, like, let me in the, like, I feel religion is like a core value for some people. Religion is one thing that some people might fucking die for or argue about. But for someone to open up and be like, sometimes the questions I might ask might come off a little ignorant or rude, or maybe what's that, brash? Is that the word? Like, where it's a little right. But even now, when you were talking, you referenced it as a he, and this is why I say all the time, the male will always be the helm of the family or race.
It could also be, and
well,
we'll let him finish.
Man wrote that, though.
But we'll let him finish. But it could also be his bias, because of what he's saying is he feels like religion is different for him, so he's a man, so he's.
Well, he also said he refers to it as she, it, they. Or God, right?
Or God, right. I literally.
I try to say God.
That's one of my God things. Is like I think it falls in like an entity of feelings.
I can't give anything to God because I never met him or her or it or they or she, whatever it is. I've never seen it, been able to experience it.
I keep kicking,
so I can't give it a personality. like I'm gonna let's say.
No. Yeah, she's tapping.
Oh, is that what that is?
Let's say a shorty's pregnant. She's not gonna be like, oh, and she knows this. She's not gonna be like, oh, my son is gonna be a huge baseball player. She could say that, but you don't know. You never met the kid. So the same way I'm with God, right? So I think one of the reasons I think that God is real, right, is let's say this truly can. I want him to turn this shit into this water bottle. Boom, you will be able to do it, right? But we can do that though. I can do that. If I close my eyes, I picture a thing of truly, and I go boom in my head. I turn it into a water bottle. Right, I can do that inside of my brain.
Like you've seen it.
If you've seen it, if you understand it, right? So
no. It stops there. Once you open your eyes, it's still a truly can, right?
Yeah, no. But in my head, I feel like inside of our brains is where we exist as gods, but we're in these bodies at the same time.
So that's what. Okay, go ahead.
That was it.
Right. So now this is what got me in trouble with a lot of my friends who I said are religious. I said the same energy that people put into what they want us to follow as God. Why don't we put it into ourselves? Because, ready? Like you just said, when I close my eyes, I still see shit. Right? Like you said, I could picture it being a water bottle instead of a truly can. I could make that be the reality right now. In that instance, that shit transformed.
And you're in control.
When you speak out loud and you hear that shit on a playback, does that sound like the voice in your head when you think?
Sometimes.
My voice sounds like me.
I have like 8 different voices in my head.
Shh, don't say that again.
People would say you're schizophrenic.
For most people, when you hear yourself on a audio playback, You're like, damn, I sound like that. Because when you stop and you think in your head, like for me, my voice is deeper in my head. But I hadn't noticed that until I heard it myself on a video, on audio or whatever. I was like,
I think now, and maybe this is why, but now from hearing myself so many times over the YouTubes and all this stuff, now it's starting to sound the same. But before it didn't.
But that's because your mind,
I feel like my voice actually changes naturally. Like some days my voice will be like, some days my voice.
I don't know. Every time I heard your voice is always been. I'm not gonna lie.
When this dude wakes up, it's worse, bro. It's sound like Batman, bro.
I literally, my voice when I wake up.
I'm like, swear to me, Martha.
My voice throughout the day, if I'm like having a really good time, my voice gets really high.
Yeah,
for some reason,
that's just excitement, right? It happens, but that's
so like you know what I mean. I feel like
so most of the time when people when in the conversation or when people like really think about it, when they first hear themselves, they're like, damn, I sound like that. Because in their head, when you think or when you hear yourself through like your nasal passage and all that, you sound, most of the time it's like a deeper like throaty voice, as weird as that sounds. But when you think in your head, it's a completely different voice. That's where I saw or I feel that we know that the flesh is only temporary, like for real. But it also shows me where the power really lies, in the spirit,
within yourself.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like, obviously our heart keeps the body and the flesh alive, but the brain is what delegates everything.
Yeah.
Right. So whatever is powering the brain in the sense of like, they like to throw it like electrons and all that kind of like, electronic pathways and shit like that is what powers the brain. But I'm like, damn, but like the same thing that is wherever that voice is, because I know this is just the shell. That's where the entity of who I am is, right? But that means we're talking different planes and of existence and shit like that.
No, yeah, I feel like there's two different planes.
Yeah, I think there's many. If we could say two, then it could be infinite.
There could be
no, I think it's 11.
Well, why do you think 11?
Because that's the mathematical equation that they did. They have a mathematical formula to say how many dimensions there should be, and it's supposedly 11.
It's based off of science?
Based off of math, yeah.
Oh, I want to see that shit. Can you send it to me at a certain time?
Sure. I mean, I'm not very because that's
I'll check it out. I'll look into it myself.
Because you have also you have one dimension is like lines, 2 dimensions is shapes. 3 dimensions is like cubes, like forms and stuff.
And then you got like colors and shit being introduced too.
4th dimensions is time.
Yeah.
And then 5. Then you just keep going up until 11, and then that would be consciousness and existence, which would be God, right? Or
because wouldn't that be the plane we live on?
No, that's
like well, if you
no, the first 3 are reality because that's what we see.
Yeah, but if 11 is consciousness, and we have consciousness at plane 3 or 4, then.
Yeah, but it's it's all mixed. I feel like it's all mixed in one to create this experience that we're feeling. You know what I mean? Because like you have the dimension. Like if we stopped right now, that's why they say it's space and time that creates thing. Because if we stop right now, we're still space. If we just froze, we're still space. But time is what allows us to keep going and doing these things in life. Right. So then you go up and that's where you get to consciousness, but.
So when you go up to consciousness, is it only consciousness like in that realm?
No, I mean I don't know, bro. It's confusing as fuck.
All of the other ones.
That's what I'm gonna say.
I feel like that's life is.
If we're talking like crossing like intersection, like an intersection of like timelines, then okay. Now we're talking. We put a pin in something. Now because we broke through every plane. But if we're talking like specific plane is a specific layer,
like a layer, yeah.
Then now what are we saying? Because we would have, like you said, we'd have to be a specific pinpointed time of space that introduces both.
But time is a plane, though.
100%. But time is also what do you call that shit? A spectrum. Because I could have been doing something. Oh, I probably am in another spot doing something else right now. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
So we can't say that time is linear.
No.
Because a plane is linear.
Oh, a plane, yeah, sure.
In the sense of like the general word, I guess. I don't know, but like
I would have thought that all time in the plane, all time, including you doing something else, is included in that.
If we're talking a plane, we have to let time be its own thing, right? Time would have because in a plane you said there's time and space, in a specific plane.
I mean, here where we live.
On whatever plane we're living on.
Yeah.
So we have time and space. That means it's around us. That means it's not linear. That means it's spatial. That means it's like it's a spectrum.
There.
A plane is 2-dimensional analog of a point, 0 dimensions. So a line in 1 dimension.
Mm-hmm.
So it has 0 dimensions.
But you just said it's a line and a dimension. So I mean, it runs. There's a start and an end. It's basically what it's saying.
A plane is infinite. It could be infinite.
Right. But even in the end, if you die,
I feel like we're just arguing about words, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for sake of argument or a conversation,
Yeah.
let's dive a little bit into it. I feel when we say plane, there's an end to it in the sense of when does your...
So it says a plane is a flat 2-dimensional surface that extends infinitively far.
Right.
So, but it's still...
Right. So if we're talking the plane in our
But
general instance, it stops when we die. But the plane technically still... We know it's going to go on because life goes on.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the infinite part.
But does life go on if my life ends?
It ends for you, but the world still will be here, dog.
No, I don't know.
You're full of
But
shit.
my plane ended.
How do I know? How do I know you even exist?
Wait a minute.
How do I know you even exist? What if y'all are just actors in my life? And then when I die,
I exist because I'm an actor in your life.
Hold on.
But then what happens if there's no me? Then you're no longer.
But wait.
Then this wouldn't be happening because there's a you, there's a me.
Huh?
Listen.
Because there's a you in that instance, there's a me.
But,
so if there's no me, then there's no longer you.
Then this isn't happening right now.
Exactly.
So it's happening.
Hey,
We're talking.
Minute.
I understand that.
So that means it's a thing right now.
It's a thing right
We
now.
don't have to call it the word real.
Yeah.
But it's happening.
But when I die, what happens?
So
are you gonna still be here?
So this
this is what I'm trying to say.
Go ahead.
Motherfuckers.
That was healthy. That was a good
No,
one.
but this is
That
what I'm
was
trying to
solid,
say.
bro.
No,
I
yeah.
was getting in,
So,
bro.
but I was trying to give y'all the answer.
I stood up.
Oh, this is
Your-
a white chick to answer everything, huh?
You know what? Fuck y'all. I'm
Good.
off, man.
No, okay.
I'm gonna take my bath. No, but so technically, my plane would end, right?
If you die.
If I died.
Right.
But no, because if I have children or parts of my family are still here,
That's your lineage.
but that's still part of my plane
Is it?
because that's my route.
Where?
So Kaylee, so say right now, right?
Go ahead.
If I was to die, Kaylee would still talk about me, and I'd still be part of her life.
Right.
So my plane still continues.
No, you're.
She's of me.
It's a solid one, bro.
No, it's
She's
not.
of me.
What you gotta say to that, brother?
When we're talking, what
I
we're
think that's a
talking
good
right
one.
now, like you said, has to do with everything, the consciousness and all that.
No, but you make sense. What it has to be happening.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like when we're talking planes, right? We're only talking a specific instance. If it's infinite, we can't say forever.
Yeah.
So we have to talk our lives. Our lives are where our start and end is, right? So your start might have spun off with a Kaylee, but yours still will stop at a certain point.
But that's still
Kaylee,
part of me.
That's part of your lineage. That's why I say ancestry
would that
and heritage matters.
But would that not be part of my plane because I broke it off to
Well,
go
all
that
right.
way?
So close your eyes.
No.
Close your eyes.
Why?
Stop.
I'm scared.
Envision something.
Yo.
Just listen.
Envision
Turn
what?
around, bro.
No. Close your eyes.
All right, what?
Hey, yo.
Don't punch me.
Who? Close your eyes.
Okay.
Who's Kaylee married to right now?
I don't fucking know.
That's where your recollection stops. Your conscious.
She's 5.
That's what I'm saying. You only can deal with your here and now.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that listen, this
You
is
can't-
me. I'm gonna show you. This is me, right? This is my plane, okay?
The table's your plane.
Table's my plane. I can go all the way there, but guess what? I died here.
Right.
God damn it.
Wait,
Didn't
man.
even get over there.
So-
God damn.
So this is Kaylee married.
Okay? But guess what? This is Kaylee. Kaylee's with me the whole time.
Yep.
Then I die.
Yep.
Fuck. She keeps going.
So-
she's on my plane with me because I had to give her the tools that she needed to continue
So
on her plane.
here's the problem. You're starting this. That's where you're messing up. You're saying your plane.
It's still my plane. I
No.
created it.
No.
If it
We
wasn't
all-
for me, there'd be no her.
We all exist on the same
Wouldn't it be your
plane.
grandma's plane?
We all exist on the same plane. It's not yours. You're making it personal.
So then it would be her grandmother's. Her
No, the
It's
world.
it's Adam and Eve's plane.
It's the world. Stop putting religion and other things that make it a group. No, the world. It's the world. That's the plane. The plane that we live on is the world.
It's God.
No. Well, yeah, I don't know. Whatever you want to call
It's
it.
us. Fuck.
This.
That's
right
why I
here.
think God is everyone and everyone's God.
Guys. You see this in the middle? That's called space, right?
Oh, it's fabric.
Space and
We're in
time.
fabric.
Space and time. That's the plane we live in.
We're just-
The one that we see is what we live in.
It's a trampoline and we're all jumping.
Whatever you want to call it. I don't give a fuck what you want to reference it as.
just
But
saying.
no matter what, like he said, you're saying it's your plane, but wouldn't it have been your grandmother's or hers before?
Mm-hmm.
But what was there before everybody else?
And
the
God.
world.
But it didn't even.
Right, fine. You want to go that far back?
No.
But again, that's bringing the religious
But-
aspect.
Okay.
It's
so
not religious
it's
though.
not. But it.
Because
that
God
wouldn't-
is existence. God is existence. God is everything.
God is space because he's
Why
an
is
alien.
God everything?
Yeah.
Because all right.
No, like
why are you alive?
Well, you tell me. I'm asking you why.
Because God created you, and God created me. God created us because God is us.
Right. So what happened? What was the Big Bang Theory?
What was the Big Bang Theory?
Yeah.
That everything. Supposedly there was everything was in one particle, and then boom, it blew up.
A clash of particles. That's science.
Yeah.
Right. So God did that?
God apparently built this.
Maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
You think so, or were you taught?
It had to be. It had to be.
Because you were told that.
Yeah.
No.
No, we were.
You told God was the great architect or great creator. You were told that.
How can a reaction happen without something to do with it?
All right, let's go. Fire. Perfect example.
Fire needs a lot to actually start a fire.
Fire needs energy.
Energy and oxygen.
Yes.
It doesn't need God.
It doesn't. Hold on.
Well,
even better, but hold on.
We wouldn't have a reality without God.
Because we were taught that.
But if God's an energy.
No, I think you keep thinking. I think God as
I'm not.
in,
No,
in
it's not even
Bible.
a matter of that. That's the thing is that you. It's not a matter of the Bible. It's a matter of what God is to you as a person. Apply it for you.
All right.
But you not even taught that. You put that there.
What?
This is a
Your
bottle. This is a
God.
bottle because I was told this is the word for it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's
just the way I'm gonna talk. I can't say fuck you.
But you can.
It's flack
You can.
You
can.
I thought I was having a seizure for a second. I was like, what the fuck?
But you can.
I can, yeah.
Right, just like
but I'm just gonna say God because everybody will understand it.
But
which would be a social thing.
Yes, because listen.
If I'm just gonna speak to myself, I guess you're right.
No, not even.
But I need to talk to other people.
You ready? What was the word you said to him earlier? And we had no fucking clue what it was.
Bap rap.
But it meant something to him. Because you guys made the word something.
Yes.
But
like
Drake. But it's this.
I don't know what the fuck that means. What is
You're draking it?
You could tell.
Live your life. Right.
But you could. And that's what. So like he's right because you could tell like for your child, if you have kids,
it's gonna be.
You could you could literally tell your kid that this is a car.
The whole time.
The whole time. And
that baby's gonna walk around
that
saying
kid's going to go to school and be like, this is a car.
Can I have a cold car?
You know what I mean? Because that's what they were taught. That was the society that they were living in, right? Now they go to school and they're like, no, it's not a car, it's a bottle. Because why? That's what they were told by their parents. And
this goes before.
But that's what I'm saying. They're technically not wrong, and a lot of people are gonna say, no, that's a bottle, because that's what they were told. But as
society,
that's what I'm saying is you have now your kid's gonna come home and say what? Why'd you tell me this was a car?
You lied to me.
Bottle. You know what I mean? But that's the societal influence on that child.
Okay. Well, what does that have to do with what I'm saying?
That has to do everything with what we're saying, as in the sense of it's only known as what it is because that's what we were told.
Yeah.
Even if you internalize God as your own being of it being or residing in you, it's still the word or the name or whatever the being is still known as God.
Higher power.
But I can't change the word?
No, it doesn't even matter if you change the word. It's just that the entity as a whole is what I'm speaking on. But you're still locked on the word of what it is or the meaning of what it means to you.
It's because what it feels. It's what I feel, though.
Right. No, I'm not saying you're right or wrong. Okay. I'm just saying in the sense of what I'm talking about. No matter what, it's that this plane of existence we live on, meaning a moment in whatever the fuck you want to call it, time, space, asm, whatever you want to call it. We are here. No matter what, you exist.
What was the last word you said?
Whatever you heard is what I said. That's what I said. You right. You fucking right. But
bro, I heard space time, some shit.
That's it, dude. I was like,
he went underwater.
But
yeah.
But
I went, what?
We exist right now because we're having this exchange. You went through. You didn't go through the shit you went through to not count. Right? You could call it hubris or whatever, but what you went through made you who you are, and your experiences should matter to every motherfucker you encounter the rest of your life, be it an actor or not. What you went through is what you went through. When those nights you were sad, crying, and hurt, nobody could tell you nothing because you went through that shit, right? You know you experienced that.
Yeah.
And that's the shit. Is what I'm saying.
Even if it's a false reality.
No, but to him, he went through it. Regardless. But
that's what I'm saying is even if
it's not a false reality when the heart hurt.
But I'm
how did I go through it? I could have got here 5 minutes ago.
That's what I'm saying. I was playing on his
do you remember your childhood?
Do I remember my childhood? Yeah. Some of it, supposedly.
I don't remember shit.
It could be fake,
I was
though.
abducted. I don't give a fuck.
But you still have a recollection of something.
I remember my whole childhood.
I have memory. If I If I prime the question in my head.
I'll do it better. Yo, you remember your girlfriend?
Do I remember my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Sure,
Bitch,
yeah.
I do, yes.
No?
Yes, if you ask me what does my girlfriend look like, a picture pops into my head.
I'm not even asking that. Fine, that works for me too. Whatever. So you have a recollection of her.
Yes.
So you know she exists to you at least.
At this point.
So no.
Not right now because I can't see her.
But you know her.
But I know, yeah.
In your head and your heart.
There is something in my head that tells me I do know her.
Right. So if we even go off of what you're saying with the whole false sense of, here's the thing is that memories sometimes do get warped and we don't remember them properly,
Yeah.
which is
because of
fine.
trauma.
Black, play the song Black.
But
that shit happened.
You
but it might not have happened.
You also have to be. You also have to be realistic in the sense of you know what you've encountered, right? So sometimes it's okay to be selfish and thinking inward, because I know the people that did what they did for me. Even if you want to chalk them up as an actor or something, the role they played mattered, right? So it doesn't matter what we call them or however it is, they still played a role in my storyline. Yeah. Right? My storyline is whatever we want to call life, right? Mm-hmm. Every time we start to do things like that, we start getting caught up in the terminology or vocabulary.
Semantics is the word.
Semantics. That's normal. Like people get caught up in this shit. Like, you know, why do we exist? Right. Find that out for yourself. And if you don't find something, bounce the idea off of somebody. Maybe they help you match whatever you couldn't to finish whatever. But the thing is, when we start to get so wrapped up in the pessimistic end of it, it's always easy to be like, but why? But no, it can't be true if this. It's always easy to be like, nah, fuck that, right? But when you start to really try to build on it and create a conversation or an argument for it, not argument isn't like we fighting, but an argument where I have a side to this. Yeah. That's when you really start to fucking construct shit. And that's when you start to really, you might open someone else's ears and eyes to some shit. Like when we're talking planes, I know we just changed her whole shit when we said it's the existence, it's the world, it's space, this in the middle, whatever this is, that's where we exist. We can see, we all see, I know I'm not holding nothing, but you see the space in between, right?
Yep.
We all see that right now.
Yep. Do it again.
We all see it. We can't touch it. It's not tangible. That's the same thing with religion. It's not tangible. So now, the only difference that we have is that we all see this. Do we all see religion? Do you see anything from religion? No. So that's the difference between belief and the difference between what we know is not. I don't want to say actuality because again, we're in a thing that we like to label reality. Going back to terminology or what was that word you used? That smart ass word? Semantics. But like we all right now put our hands here. Go ahead. Put your hand. You feel my hand. Yeah. You feel his hand. You feel his hand. But right now in the universe, we're all feeling each other.
Like what do you mean?
We're all together. Bro.
String theory.
Yeah.
We're literally all
like if
we're all part of the same. We're all made up of strings, right?
Of the universe.
So when we did that, even more so, now we're all generally connected. I felt her in that moment. Did I literally feel her? No, but I knew she was there. That's the shit that I'm saying. Is like we have to not get away from people counting.
Shit, bro.
No, I struggle with that shit because I grew up the middle of 5 fucking people, and I was always the older one's younger brother or the younger two's older brother. I was never Derek. You're not gonna take away from the moment that I fucking exist. I'm real. I know I am. You know what I mean? I have the opportunity to speak to you on this right now. This moment right now, if you walk away and don't give a fuck about it later, it still happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it did.
That's the shit that I live with and I pride myself on. You know, I don't gotta be the best motherfucker to you, but I was real when you met me. You met Derek at his best or worst. You met Derek, and that's why I don't know how bad that is gonna sound, but I'm gonna say it regardless. But like when motherfuckers like tread towards suicide and shit, I used to think that shit was the weakest. I mean, I still have that like undertone, but I get it. Because it can get so fucking diluted when you start to, when you take in too much,
bro.
You overload your senses and you're like, why do I matter? Oh, I'm like, okay, then why the fuck should you breathe, bitch? Yeah. Like in general, why do this? Why should you take that next breath? If you want to go there, we could go on the most blanketed grand scale of anything. Why the fuck you want to get your nut? Simple as you could be the horniest ever in your life, and I'm just be like, but why do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can always find the negative. It's hard to find that positive. It's always hard to go and find the positive. Because most of the time, you got to get up and go do something.
But that's also societal. Think about the media. All you see is the bad shit. We were talking about this the other day. Somebody said something about, do you have any good news to talk about? And I'm like, fuck, no, because all we see is the bad shit. I was like, damn, you right.
I was like, oh.
It's always bad shit.
Somebody from the city made it. I don't know. I got nothing.
When we talked about
Isaiah Fontaine, bro, he made it.
When we talked about the lady that made the Haitian food truck, I was like, that was important because you never see shit like that, especially in the black community.
And she was from here. She was from Boston.
That's the beauty of fucking podcasting. Amber says it. Amber says it on our show a couple weeks ago. She said the beauty of podcasting is that this shit's fucking real. We can be our truest selves, bro, and just talk. You know what I mean? It's not a media outlet.
It's only real to us when we want it to be real, because, like he said, it's easy to be like, how do I know it's real?
But it's true.
State of mind. You're choosing to be thinking like that. Like I said, this is the most powerful thing in the world. This is the most powerful thing in existence. I can make anything, whatever. You could be a dragon right now. You are known as a dragon.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It's the power of the mind. The mind is the strongest thing.
You got hot breath. That's why.
No.
But that's the way he said.
No. It's because you so fly.
Yeah, you feel me?
But no.
That's true.
It's sometimes.
All right, listen, I am in the mental health field, so I push this a lot, but I think it goes back to it. I think when your brain is healthy, your outlook on life is healthier. So I could make, right? So if I'm here and I'm miserable, everything around me is miserable. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to do nothing. I don't even want to shower, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But when your mental health is good, I can have conversations with people. I can talk about things. I'm okay with hearing things. You know what I mean? Like, it's a development.
I want to interject with that.
Interject, sir.
So before you and I became what we eventually grew into, you were technically, for yourself, for what lack of what you knew or what you know now, you were healthy. You was in the state of mind of, I got to do such and such because this is what my life requires right now. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes?
Surviving.
Right. This is what my life requires, so I got to do this, right?
Yeah.
So it's not until you learn other things that you start to realize there's more to life. So to say a healthy mind doesn't work. A healthy mind, in the sense of what you're speaking on, is someone who is open and learning from everything around. There are people who are born with literal defects and things that, like, they cannot. Like, some people who be like, yo, you're out to get me, bro. Yeah. And you know in your heart, in your mind, bro, I just want to talk to you. Yeah. But to me, I'm like, no, you're the enemy. There's people who can't fix that.
Who have chemical imbalances in their brains and stuff, and
there's people whose shit's wired different. Like, it's all.
But I'm saying,
jumbled,
but it's also too, like, as a child.
Yo, we just took this whole podcast over, bro. They gotta talk.
I know. Hold on. But as a child, you
like,
have.
No.
As a child, you could have traumatic experiences in the sense of, like, being molested, being raped, that change your wiring in your brain.
I feel like you also could be wired different. Like they say, Kanye West, bro, that man's wired different. You know what I mean?
I don't think that's what it is, bro.
You don't think he's wired different?
No, I think I think he had that traumatic experience, bro. That
motherfucker his mom
paid for his mom to die, bro. Yeah. That right there would change anybody.
Because he did change after that, after she
That's
passed.
literally, think about it. That's literally when he changed. His music changed. Everything changed. That's literally probably when he started talking to Kim Kardashian.
Bro, that is the craziest shit.
They are the devil.
I'm sorry.
That is no. That's the craziest shit. That you're right. You pretty much, like, bro. It's the plastic surgery. She died, right?
Yep. She died, and she died from was it SARS or Mercer? One of those things.
Yeah, I think it was Mercer.
So
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, it's literally because the open wounds, she couldn't.
But that just shows you how much traumatic experience can really change the pathways of your brains and your neurons.
And Kanye didn't know his dad, right?
No, and it doesn't matter your age.
So the one person you knew was your rock. Yeah.
Because think about
of course, gotta change anybody.
But think about how many people.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking just the way he speaks in fucking big ass circles like that. He goes through a whole thing.
Yeah, but how many people you know in general do that? That doesn't mean he's wired differently. It's just that what he's talking about.
I do that.
I was thinking this because I do that too. Yeah. So I was thinking I was wired differently. That's what I was saying.
No, you're just
you just want to be like that.
No, you want to be Kanye?
No.
He wants to be Kanye.
You're different because you're Vic, regardless of whatever anybody says.
But that's the thing is,
you'll never be Kanye. Just like I'll never be Kanye.
I don't want to be Kanye.
I want to be Kanye. I want to be Kanye. First 2 albums. That's the Kanye I want to be.
Three.
First two are solid, bro.
Three.
Some didn't love the third one.
What?
Some didn't. Bro, I'm a big Kanye fan.
Real quick. Good morning.
Yeah, some people didn't like that album, bro.
Are you talking about some people?
Not how it goes.
No, I like it.
How's it go? You said.
Let's stay on this. Let's stay on this.
Go ahead.
All right? Because this is a good segue.
That's not how it goes. You sound
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Impact the music on people. Go.
Oh, so the impact of music.
No, I was just saying. I thought I was wired different because that's how I speak. You ever seen him on Joe Rogan podcast? The man went on a whole fucking
when you go in circles, what are you doing? You're working out your fucking argument.
It's just a train of thought, dog.
It's how I think everybody does that. Okay, this is the topic.
A big ass circle.
This is what I think. Right, but you come full circle.
All right,
you
that's
get
just
some
having
examples.
endurance. I feel that's just having thinking endurance.
Don't you think that's more so you worked out your thoughts on the subject?
Yeah,
it's not,
bro.
You know,
Watch the soliloquy, bro. I talk for 30 minutes and it's one circle for 30 minutes.
But he ends up at the end solidifying or ending the conversation at what he was talking about.
But isn't that what we just did right now?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right? We started off with some random shit, right? That turned into other shit. Now we're back to music. We started at music.
He said Kanye West. I don't know why.
Because he loves Kanye.
Me too.
I do love Kanye. No, but I was
Kanye was like, yo,
Can I ask
deep
why you
throat my
hate Logic?
shit. He would have already deep
Hey,
throated it.
Logic.
He would have been done.
Listen. I don't hate Logic, bro. He's a talented rapper, bro. I'm not Joe Budden saying he's trash.
Wait.
He's a hater.
But you like Jay-Z?
I don't like Jay-Z.
Oh, me either.
That's a lie too.
I don't like Jay. I respect Jay-Z.
Oh no.
I respect Jay-Z for a lot of.
I mean, I like Jay-Z. I just don't love him.
I respect Jay-Z for a lot of things he's done and a lot of music he's done. But I'm not gonna. That's not the first.
He said
person.
I'm gonna him with the Glug 3000.
That's not the
That's
first.
Kanye, bro.
No, that's not the first person I'm gonna think of. That's not.
Yo,
he's not even in my top 30 people I'm gonna put on my playlist, bro.
Wait, I have a question. So we've only been talking about guys, right? In regards to music, not from your podcast.
Okay.
But out of a female rapper, who do you feel is the best female rapper right now?
There's an
agenda. Who?
Rhapsody.
Fuck. I didn't even think about her, but she's fire.
Lauryn Hill.
Do you have one?
Lauryn Hill is the musician. Like she's one of those people that like surpassed rap.
Like you can't categorize her.
Yeah, like her first album or the only one that she released.
I was just thinking of women that I like.
Like Lauryn Hill's not. You can't just
no,
throw
but
her in the box of a rapper.
You're not wrong. But I'm just saying, like I feel like. I just fucked up. I feel like she's above that. Like she's creating.
I think no. Like we were talking like female rapper, and Lauryn Hill is like part of that, but she's like she's
created her own
removed
plane.
in a sense.
Yeah.
Because like Lauryn Hill showed us she could rap, she could
sing,
soul music, she can fucking play instruments. She's literally like the musicians.
But so did Kanye.
Right, but Kanye still stays in rap.
We talking about females.
Even then, what like
I'm sorry.
Lauryn Hill could appeal to every gender, every what's that word? Demographic.
Yeah.
But Kanye West, he knows his demographic that he will mainly appeal to. Even if he's doing pop music, he does it in a certain way that it's pleasant to the ears of a specific group. Yeah, I mean, be it men in their 30s, men in their 20s, whatever. He knows his demographic. But Lauryn Hill, when she made music for all.
She made music to make music.
But that's why I say like that. Like for me, like soul music was one of those genres that transcended time and gender and all that kind of shit. Yeah. No matter what you heard, if you hear the right soul song at the right time, you feeling something. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think of like First person that came to my head is like, Rhapsody.
Rhapsody is a good one because
her lyrics are forced.
Yes.
Yeah. Her delivery is crazy
too. The answer she wants is Snow the Product. I don't know if you guys know who she is.
Snow the Product is on the new
Snow's been out for like a decade, bro.
She's been out for a long time, but she's on that. She's on that.
No. So who you say? A female rapper.
I don't listen to enough, but I would say Rhapsody too.
Rhapsody, I agree. Rhapsody is a very good and very clean answer.
I don't know who that is.
That's your own fault.
You don't know who Rhapsody is? Wow.
So most of the time, because Rhapsody is not mainstream.
I only know one song of Snow the Product, bro.
That's the answer she wants.
I only know one. I only know one
Which
song.
one?
No,
it's the song. It's the song with D Smoke on his Grammy nominated album.
Oh, so Snow is a super dope artist. Artist, not just rapper.
No, she's nasty. She was speaking in Spanish too in that song.
She's fucking Mexican, bro, and she's a fire ass rapper. But
there's not one song. Well,
on her catalog.
Yeah.
Nah, she got some ones that aren't as great as the other ones.
For you.
She has some songs.
I'm saying, but there's not one song that you could be like, that's trash. You probably wouldn't be like, oh,
same
you
thing
need
with
to play
Logic.
this song.
So in that thought process, I have to disagree because like on Lauryn Hill's album, even though it's a great song, people there's like I say like the greatest album of all time ever created across any genre was the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
It's Thriller.
The best album I've ever heard, has the most like the strongest track list, track order, but there's still some songs that don't hold to par with the other ones.
It's Thriller,
not saying it's a bad song, but it's fucking insane. You said Thriller from Michael Jackson?
Thriller is the greatest album ever. That is the greatest album ever made, front to back.
Give me five songs on that album.
Bro, Billie Jean, Human Nature,
Pull it up.
Thriller.
What year was it?
1980, whatever. I don't know.
Right. So,
but it's the greatest album ever, bro. From front to back.
It's always gonna be subjective. That's fine.
Yeah, it's subjective. But Billie Jean, Thriller, Human Nature, fucking
No, don't help him. Don't help him.
I don't know.
You don't need to help him. You don't need to help me. I don't know if Wanna Be Starting Something's on there. PYT, bro. That's 5, but I could keep going.
Give me one more since you can keep going. You barely got the 5, dog. You barely got the. But no.
But what I'm saying that's the. Bro.
So the 5 you listed.
So just for references,
the 5.
It came out in 1982.
Right,
but I say 5.
I don't know.
There's only 9.
Something.
There's only 9 on there.
The 5 you gave were all mainstream songs. Brown, give me the other ones that he didn't say. Let's see if they're mainstream.
Human Nature's not a mainstream.
Hell the fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. 98, bro. You don't
Baby
count.
Be Mine. The Girl Is Mine.
That's mainstream.
Beat It. Well, Beat It.
Yeah.
That's mainstream. The Lady in My Life.
Not everybody knows that song.
And all the other ones. What's your name?
Huh?
There's only 9 songs on that
right.
album.
So there's 2 on there that weren't in the.
There's no miss. There's no miss on that album.
But you didn't list the other 3 or 4.
It's the Paul
2.
McCartney song, something else, bro.
Great song.
Yeah, I know. I just forgot it.
But what makes them great?
What makes that album great?
No, what makes those songs great?
Michael Jackson was.
Give me some shit.
So I have a question because I don't think I realized this, and now I just realized. So I'm gonna ask the question.
I mean, I knew every song, but I just wanted to see what you
Quincy
knew.
Jones is so famous, bro?
Quincy Jones sees talent. It's not that there's nothing great about him. He just knows what the sound is.
Do you feel like Michael Jackson's Thriller album was so good in general? Like, I'm not saying it was the best. I'm just saying in general. Do you feel
anything
like it was
Michael
good?
Jackson. I'm the biggest Michael Jackson fan.
But I'm saying, do you feel like?
But you don't think he's the greatest ever?
I think he's.
Let her ask the question.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. Do you think it was that was probably one of his last albums? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know, but that was one of his last albums before he started bleaching. Right?
PYT, he was already light skinned, I think.
So PYT was on. Well, that song was on Thriller. There was an album named that.
Well, that's what I say. Is like whenever somebody's trying like challenge Michael Jackson's blackness, I'd be like, that nigga made Thriller, because it's real. It's a great album, but
great video.
But the reason I say
especially for the time,
the reason I say Lauryn Hill is because she.
I'm not denying that album's on fire either.
And that's why, again, like I said, it's subjective because I'm not denying that PYT or Michael Jackson as a whole could be known as the greatest showman, the greatest musician or artist of all time.
So he started in 1988.
Right. So it's like when you see like videos and certain things, you're right. But that's bleaching. But you started to see the transition before. He probably doing the nose first.
What the fuck?
Right.
But again, societal, right?
Oh,
that's what he was.
When did he grow up?
Believe.
When did he grow up? He was taught that black wasn't beautiful.
Yeah.
Even to this world, even to this day, we're still taught that shit, and don't even realize we're being taught that. How the fuck do you get that message across the world? You know what I mean? But
money and religion. There, I said.
Right. Good job. But again, it's all subjective, right? But if I were to say, based off of what we were just saying, for some people, the song, for me at least, but like for some people, when we talk about Lauryn Hill's album as a whole, I think Doo Wop is probably the weakest song on that album.
But
right?
It still doesn't
but everybody loves that song.
song.
That thing? Who doesn't love that song? That's Doo Wop. But I say that's the weakest song on the whole album.
But it doesn't make that. But that's
no,
what
it doesn't
I'm
make
saying.
it a bad song.
That's what I'm
saying. It's
saying.
just the weakest of the the album.
It's like saying like.
Remember though, you also in the same album you're talking about PYT. Who the fuck doesn't know that song? I want to love you, PYT, pretty young thing. You need some loving, TLC to the loving care. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody, or Thriller, everybody knows. Cause this is Thriller. Everybody knows that song. You said Billie Jean wasn't on?
Billie Jean.
But everybody knows those.
Beat It.
Beat It.
Right. But so now it starts to go off. If we're starting to say what's the weakest song, all right, well, how much does your strongest song hold up? Right? But if we got to flip that. So when we talk, again, we're going to be talking fucking your preference and mine. But I'm like, literally, like, Michael Jackson got me into dancing and all that kind of shit, right? Like, I'm the guy I am because of his performances and shit. Like, I never had the confidence until I started bullshitting with my little dancing and shit, right? I never was Derek until Derek kind of found himself. And I did that through, like, dancing and shit. But
Michael Jackson is the influence.
Michael Jackson was my influence early as a kid.
I thought we had to approve shit.
I don't know. But Michael Jackson was my early influence on that and dancing and whatnot, right? But then, like, obviously over time, you know, Usher and other people, like,
Chris
also,
Brown.
I mean, for like a small window, but that was more so because like the ladies liked Chris Brown. But like with like talking general dancing, like the people who were like showmen. Not saying Chris Brown's not a showman.
Omarion, bro.
I would say Omarion is the better dancer of the two in the sense of technique. Chris Brown throws out power moves, backflips, all the big hits and shit.
The fucking
right. When house music was the groove and everything, what kind of dancing was Chris Brown doing? He didn't stay to the hip hop bounce and shit that he was doing before. He went to house music with the fast feet moving and shit. He went to house, right? That just shows that the versatility, which is great. But like guys like Michael Jackson and shit, this motherfucker invented a dance move.
Yeah, the moonwalk.
You know what I'm saying? And it's on such a fucking massive scale. Everybody around the world want to learn how to do that. You know what I'm saying? But Chris Brown,
he invented the fucking. I don't even
that
know
fucking lean, bro.
The lean, bro. Bro, he's leaning like this.
It's fake. It's fake. He had a wire.
Oh nah, I didn't know that.
I don't know. I'm talking shit. I don't know.
Oh,
I was talking shit. Huh?
Did he really?
No, I don't know. I'm talking shit.
I thought you just bro.
No. I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit.
No,
Like
I seen
that.
it. I thought it was fake though.
I
thought I seen somebody like a.
Someone holding his legs.
I thought it was magnets in the shoes. What? No.
I mean, that could work. I don't know.
That's what I heard. It was magnets.
But
in
if
the
you
shoes.
watch, his legs are offset. They're not straight. So it's not like he's just doing this. He's probably doing this and like leaning at the knee a little bit. You never know. That's what I'm saying. That's the showman part though.
I was gonna say
you're not supposed to know.
Even with the moonwalk though, right? Like the moonwalk looks like a swift
right.
movement.
Hold on. Ready?
But it's stepping.
You know what song's gonna fuck you up?
Fuck, don't say it.
Tootsie Slide.
Oh yeah.
Fucking care.
The dance they were doing.
What is it? Do you guys know? Cause I do.
It was wrong. The dance is right foot up, left foot slide. Right.
Yeah.
Stop and think. What's the moonwalk?
The same thing, right?
The moonwalk. People think that it's from the heel. Right, but it's really from your foot.
I still can't do it.
So when he says it, he says, "I'm doing it." He says, "Right foot up."
Just do it there. Just do it there.
Left foot slide.
Show them.
Left foot up, right foot slide. That's the moonwalk.
Fuck. Still can't do it.
You know what I'm saying? But he does it. He goes, basically, I'm saying, the way we gonna slide, can't let this one slide. Who's bad? Who says that? Whose album was that? Who's bad?
Oh yeah.
Michael Jackson. That's Michael Jackson.
He said it the first time we heard the song. He said, "I was like,
I'm over here like, bro, that's the moonwalk.
asshole."
People are doing this whole
They're doing the left foot.
right foot slide. I'm like, bro, he just literally described the moonwalk. But that's
He
because
probably did it on purpose.
he knew what he was doing. But the like that shit wasn't like this over. To everybody else, it was like,
Yeah.
everybody want to come up with this
And
fucking
that TikTok dance.
knee bullshit and all that. And then, but in his video, he did the dance they did
Yeah.
instead of
For
doing.
the-
Sorry.
But
He's
he goes,
businessman, though. Drake's
doesn't
businessman.
Drake in the song say, I can give you satisfaction. Some shit. I could dance like Michael Jackson. So that's, you would know Michael Jackson is synonymous to the moonwalk because he invented that shit. But and again, I don't know if this is because like the dancing part of me, but I was just like, you did a disservice to what could have been a great fucking song to bring
But
back
that's because you had
such
you
a
had
historic
different-
move.
But I
Yeah.
think
You had a
because
different lens.
TikTok made
You need the easy dance for it to
you
go
need
viral.
the easy dance, bro. To
So
go.
that's the thing is like again.
It like blew up. So then it
Oh
fucking.
shit, yo! I'm having a Kanye moment. What did I say earlier?
I don't know.
These challenges.
Oh yeah, the fucking circle, bro. Yeah.
And on that note, no, I'm kidding.
No,
Because we gotta leave.
Oh yeah, we gotta wrap
He
up,
had
right?
said, yeah.
All right.
9:30.
All right, guys. On that note, Derek is Kanye West, basically, and but like
Wait, any
first
last
2.5 album, Kanye. I got you.
Bro.
Half.
Is there anything that you guys wanted to get off your chest before?
For real.
And
I had questions for y'all, but
Derek
it went
kept
wherever it
talking.
went.
This was fun, bro.
No,
I like sitting back and watch people
that's
talk
the
about
problem.
Me
They
too,
just
me too.
was like, yo. I'm like, fuck y'all, answer.
Nah,
bro.
nah.
Jump in, bro.
That string
You hit
theory
me
shit,
with
bro. I was like, all right, and in my head, I went 1, 2, 3, go. That ass, bro. I was like 1, 2, 3, go, and then you said that shit. I was like,
I saw you sit back. I was like, oh.
yeah. I was like,
When you said something,
But yo, you put me on to the street theory.
When you
I
said
went and looked that shit up. I was like, yo, there's no way we can discredit this.
The what?
It sounds.
I mean, it just makes sense
Oh, the
too.
string theory. Yeah. Oh, because
when
were
you
wearing
said,
that shirt.
bro,
Yeah.
that shit fucked my head. I was like, yo.
Bro,
What?
when he told me that shit, I literally looked it up that day.
What
I was like,
it? I'm gonna have to look back.
I was like,
I'm
yes.
when
what?
you, I don't know, you said something, and he looked at Jay like, say something.
I don't know. We'll have to
Fuck,
talk.
I gotta
We'll have to go
look it
look back.
up.
We'll send you guys the clip.
That
No,
shit was
I
crazy.
forget what
I'm
it
telling
was.
you.
When he looked at me,
Yeah, he looked at you like.
No, I looked at
With
at
the
the whole
hand
room
thing?
like,
I don't know,
yo.
I don't
nah,
No,
because
but-
he did do that. He was like,
Oh, when we were
Yeah.
talking
because that he
about
gets
like,
Maybe it was the hand
that was
thing.
that.
do
hit
you
him.
want to
That's
like
what
talk
it was.
about
That hit
like,
me. It
do
was
you
a
want
mo-
to talk about like how Kobe never had his moment, or did you like work on your argument, or no?
No,
Not
Chill,
yet.
Guy.
No, I'll let you work on it a little more.
chill,
This
bro.
man got a
Next
Boston
one.
shirt on, and he's like Kobe. It's fine.
Nah.
It's fine.
I love Kobe.
Yo, what you guys think about the powder blue that everybody's rocking this year?
What, this
Their
shit?
jerseys. No, in the NBA.
Oh,
They all have like a powder blue version of their jerseys.
I don't know, bro. Is that for cops? What is that?
No, it's powder blue. It's not like a dark blue or navy.
I don't know.
It's
I've
powder
seen
blue.
it. I didn't really have a thing on it, bro. I was like, whatever. I guess.
Maybe
Wait,
it's that new
Random
color.
ass teams had that shit though.
A lot of the Clippers, Lakers, the Bucks.
The Bucks had.
There was a lot of teams
jersey,
with like
bro.
these crazy like
Like-
powder blue jerseys this
Just
year.
powder blue.
It's like
No.
it's lighter than that. It's the weirdest
You
thing.
said
bro.
NBA?
Before you guys get out of here, I do want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on the passing of the
Is
anti-Asian
it these?
crime bill?
So, my thought
Yeah, like that.
is,
It's like these.
I feel like.
There's
Yeah, I don't know.
there's
I don't know
quite
why
a
they do
bit of-
that. What is
I
that?
don't
Is there
fucking
something?
know.
Oh,
Maybe they found its most popular color.
maybe.
Mm.
It's all for money. It has to be for money.
I would
Yeah.
assume it had to do with like their older, like iterations of the team.
No,
and they brought
because
it
the
back.
Bucks never had a blue jersey, bro.
Are you 100% sure?
I might not be 100%.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure either. That's what I'm
I know
asking.
the Lakers have one. The Lakers have one.
I know the Lakers had one back in the day, but like I don't know if the Bucks had one like saying like
Because I thought the Bucks had,
70s
it was
or
like
something.
red. I've seen green.
Mhm.
I've never seen.
I'm
green
used to
one.
the green, even that like weird white and then like that cream
beige
looking
one. The beige one.
Yeah,
That shit's weird.
Mm.
I don't like that jersey. It's just kind of.
I'm not against it. I'm not. I don't
I
like
wouldn't
it.
wear
You
it,
could rock
bro.
that with something, some
I
fucking
wouldn't
G
wear it.
phases or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're right.
But yeah. What do you guys feel about that Asian crime bill? And it's not.
I
I'm
feel
not.
like-
It's not racially loaded. I just want to know what
Nah,
you guys think.
I just feel like
Well, I don't really know about that.
I feel like a lot of. I feel like.
So you seen like the whole Stop Asian Hate and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I did.
So they passed a bill to make it federally illegal to,
It's like a hate
It's like a
crime
hate
bill.
crime bill. That's what it's gonna be seen as now. Like say someone goes and beats on like an elderly Asian or an Asian person, based off of the COVID stuff or whatever kind of bullshit they want to throw. If they can see this as a hate crime, they will label it that, and you will be prosecuted at a federal level.
Wow.
I think a lot of. All right. I feel like. Black and brown people
feel
have
like it's
been
important,
breaking barriers
I
time in
agree.
and time out, right? And I feel like, all right, they fucking breaking. They open doors, right? And I
Mhm.
feel like every other like social group has just trotted in.
throughout.
Yeah, that's what I think. But I'm not. I don't hate on it because I want like.
Well, because
the
at
best
its
for
core,
people.
you probably agree. I don't think no one should be beat on for no
that's
fucking
what I'm saying.
reason.
I want the best for people, so that's good.
Right.
But at the same time, like I feel like, how the fuck does that happen so fast, bro?
Because, like you said, I think you just answered it for me too. Is
No,
that
I'm
we
asking,
paved
but
the way and made it easier on the
I'm
ears
asking,
and
but
eyes.
I I'm like,
No, I think that was wow. I think you've like just actually solidified that missing piece I had in what I was trying to think about in my conversation.
yeah, no, I just think that's what it is, bro. I feel like the troubles that black and brown people have gone through throughout time is now just being. It's like being bunched together, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But
like you said, throughout the time of it now being bunched together, there were doors and shit opened up, and every social group walked through.
Stepping on people.
But it's so true because like as weird or as bad as I don't give a fuck. Women,
Stop doing that.
women
Just say what
got
you
the
want
chance
say.
to go and do their voting and all that kind of stuff, but segregation and all that shit was still going about, and black people couldn't do certain things and be in certain towns.
And I'm not hating on nobody.
No, me neither. But let's call it what it is. We need to stop doing that part. We need to stop explaining ours, but not making them explain their part. Why do we say we're not hating on it? No, it should already be expected that we're not hating on it. We're just making a general statement, right?
Yeah.
Because they want us to give the cops the benefit of the doubt. Not all cops are bad. We're not saying that.
No, oh my God.
We're not saying that because not every fucking person that looks brown or whatever is trying to kill you or a threat.
This is what we're fucking saying. We're not saying blue lives don't matter, right? We're fucking saying
blue lives isn't a thing. That's a job.
Yeah, no, but this is what I'm saying.
No. I need you to fix your
Okay. We're not saying we hate cops, right?
Right.
We're saying something like that is diminishing the whole fucking point of it, bro. We're not talking bullshit. We're talking facts. In terms of a race that has been just fucked over time and time again, bro, is black and brown people, bro, have been fucked, bro. It's history, bro, and it's still the same shit, bro. We're trying to get the fact Black Lives Matter, bro. We just exist, bro. We're fucking here, bro, and it still doesn't come across people's heads.
I think if we said Black Lives is a thing, it would have been easier. You know what I mean?
So when someone says like all lives matter, blue lives matter, whatever the fuck they're saying, right?
Yeah. That's a counterpoint.
Yeah, they're trying to they're taking away from everything that everyone's talking about, bro. We're not saying that all lives don't fucking matter. We're not saying cops are bad, all cops are bad. We're saying fucking there's a fucking history here of shit that's happened, bro.
The black lives are under attack and they need our help. That's what we're saying.
Hold on, let him. You're right. You said that earlier. No one disagreed with you in this room.
No, real quick.
Go ahead.
That's like saying, bro. It's like saying, she goes, "Do you love me?" And you say, "I love everybody."
Oh.
She's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Who the fuck's everybody, bitch?
You know what I mean? That's what's happening, bro.
Can I be honest?
No.
All right, never mind. Forget
it. He gonna say some stupid shit.
And that's stupid. It's honest.
No. This
I hate everybody equally. I don't love anybody.
Okay.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
I like Kaylee. She's nice.
Yeah, she's nice.
My dad said that to my daughter.
But
she was like 3 months old.
But that's what
she was new. She was new.
Like a month or two.
Yeah.
My dad, like, we were I swear to God, we were visiting. He was like, "It's the first time this man ever showed any kind of affection." He's like at Brianna's shoulder. And I'm standing there. He's like this, like to Kaylee. We're leaving. He's like, "She's nice." I was like,
I like her.
I was like,
He said, "Motherfucker,
what the fuck?" I said, "Did you just show affection?" Yeah, but that's normal. Like that's bad as that's normal for us. Like y'all laughed at it because you're like, you kind of can relate to it. Like,
I want. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say.
I want his point on it or his part of it too.
We talked about how our parents they compliment us through other people, bro.
For real, dog. That's so true. My son is doing such a motherfucking say you're proud that I did what I did.
To my face too, right?
You standing right there, bro.
My dad literally did this. I was in the car and my aunt was crying about some circumstances and Jason's about to graduate. I'm really proud of him. Yeah. And my aunt is dead ass crying.
It sounds like a backhanded compliment.
Yeah, and I was like,
you like the fuck?
I was like, yo, that's literally the first time I ever heard him say I'm proud of you. But it wasn't
Jason's
to me.
He's all like,
I was like, what the fuck?
That's
so
my
fucking
dad.
true.
My dad does that shit too, bro. Like I went to visit my dad. Like I bought him a coffee. He works at a hotel. All of a sudden he's bringing me. Oh, yo, you gotta meet my boss. This is the baseball all-star right here. Oh man, this is my guy, my little one. Look, he looks just like me. I'm so proud of him. He's going to college. I was like, when did this?
Keep that same energy when we're
home.
I
was like, when did you ever? Every time I see my dad, he's always yelling at me, bro. Don't drink Red Bull. That's just bad for you, bro. That, bro.
Stop sleeping with girls not protected.
Oh yeah.
You're like, Pa, I'm still a virgin.
Oh, true.
And in your eyes.
That is true.
Yeah,
that is
in
true.
your eyes.
That's true, man.
But
what was I saying?
No, you were finishing up on what you thought about the whole it being like everybody in black and brown. We're not saying that cops are bad.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm just saying, that's what it is. We're not saying that, but it's just like what the fuck? It's like a big fuck you. It's like literally like, yo, bro, I got this issue, bro. Jason, bro, hear me out, bro. This is what I've been going through forever, and then all of a sudden it's like, fuck you, bro. That's what you're doing, bro. by saying something
Jason's
like that.
But there's a track history to that. It's been every time. Just like when I want you to go first, then actually let me say it now because it won't make sense after. But when you were just talking, it's like every time you see a black leader of some sort stand up, right? But then when you see like in the moment now, you see like the Black Lives Matter movement was at its core. I think everybody could get behind. Yeah, people as a whole, like black people do matter.
But all the black leaders that stood up were murdered.
Wait.
No?
Why you don't wait a second?
Were they? Right?
Wait a second. So when you see the movements like the Black Lives Matter movement, they're like, oh, but why is it that you follow this group specifically? It's like, no, most people follow the sentiment. Black people as a whole are here. They do matter. Their lives should not be at risk for the color of their skin, is what we're saying. Everybody at their heart, I don't give a fuck what your background is, your religion or nothing. You know a human being shouldn't have to worry because of the color of their skin if they're going to die or if they're going to live. Yeah. Right? Then you get those people who be like, well, why don't you just have another group or somebody like, why don't you have people stand up and say that? It's like, because every time we have, you murdered them. Every time. We even had a group multiple times in American history of the black community being able to thrive within itself. And people were like, no, fuck that. I want you guys to go look up Tulsa. If you guys haven't checked the Tulsa incident, it's the only time in the American history that U.S. soil was bombed. And guess who did it? Americans. Literally had fucking planes flying over, dropping bombs on American soil. But Tulsa was all black. Businesses black. Fire department black. Police and all that shit black.
People are scared to change, bro.
But
not change, is that just shows you that there's a reason why because now it was an independent
power trip.
It was an independent entity. I mean, we could stand on our own 2 feet. But we didn't need to be part of the whatever government or centralized banking system that is in place in America.
But what about
Tulsa?
the Black Panther Party?
That's another one. A lot of people have the thought process. The Black Panther Party was an aggressive, anti-super militia party. No. The Black Panther Party started the breakfast program. The ones that you know now in school, the Black Panther Party started that, and they did it amongst the whole city.
And they started WIC,
and
which
they started
we still
WIC.
use.
Right. They started all that stuff.
The cereal, that's what you do.
All that. So you know when you go to school in the morning, you get a free breakfast.
Isn't WIC like for helping moms, like recent moms?
Well,
moms, kids under 5.
Right. But these programs were meant to make sure that the youth and people of the city or the neighborhood had food.
That's crazy.
Also, though, at that time, what they would do is they would teach you black history. They would teach you that you...
But that's why they were... That as a...
But they didn't teach black history in the sense of the American sense of it. They taught you black history and like we came from Africa, but in America, this is what was done to us. This is what we learned. This is how we survived, and this is how we're thriving now. It was never, oh, we're anti this, that, and the third. It was, no, this is our situation. This is what we need to do to be able to survive and stand on our own 2 feet. There's nothing wrong with, hey, let's figure it out for us. Yes.
And they made it known that you can do this. Black people can do this with other black people. We don't need...
Right, it's 100% true because we've seen it with however many other racial groups.
Yeah.
The Jews.
Jewish, I mean, you could call that racial or religious, but whatever. Asians come here. How many major states have a Chinatown?
All of them.
Right. Also, how many have like little Spanish pockets of whatever you want to call it, or Latino areas? I know personally. I know spots in Lynn to go get the whatever. Say I want Dominican food. I know where to go to get that.
Typical.
Yo, that's the one I was like.
There's 2 typicals then Lynn.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one on right off of what's that street off of my mom's.
Near the KFC.
Nah, I'm talking about the one over by the is like Pizza Lovers over there or something.
What are you talking about?
Is that Pizza Lovers?
Pizza Lovers. What street is that though? I don't know. Fuck.
I don't know what home was that, but yeah.
Black Panthers terrorists for arguing the American norm.
No, well, I mean, yes, but I kind of like have to counter that. It's not a matter of the American norm; it's that they wanted to stand on their own 2 feet like everybody else did. Like you got immigrants who came here by choice that have the chance to buy a house.
Yeah.
But the black people couldn't do that. We couldn't save up or get a loan to go buy a house, but you'd give it to someone who's not American. I didn't ask to come here. You brought my lineage here, but then you don't give me a chance to to thrive. I'm not asking you to give me a handout. I'm saying just like you would give whoever else the loan, give me the loan and I'll pay it off like Europe, I can.
They get paid to go to school here, bro.
But again, right? But this is where it starts to get like real dark and ugly because it's like
Did you say something else?
I don't. Yeah. It gets kind of like it's hard not to feel like this is meant to be the way it is. Like it was made that way. But again, if we.
So he said America has become nothing but a plantation country once they amended the 13th. What's up, Derek?
Well, hi. What up, though? I don't know about a plantation country. I think it's just that it was like the true concept of it has remained true throughout, and it just comes up in a different iteration. It's around the time that they got to get up out of here. I just want to know what your thoughts are on the anti-Asian crime bill. With it being that they passed a bill that is, like I said, if you were to commit a heinous act on an Asian person or someone of Asian descent, strictly off of their race, is now punishable by hate crime at a federal level.
So I think that's a good thing.
I agree, but overall, like, go ahead. I want you to like kind of dive into it a little bit.
I feel like that's a good thing but it should be. So is that not a thing that they have for black people?
No. I don't know. There's nothing there.
Is that a thing that they have for gay people?
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, I want to say yes. Actually, I want to say that there was an anti what's that shit called? I don't know if the word they use like orientation, but they said it was like LGBTQ
I feel
bill or something. Morally, it's right,
but I feel like other social groups have just walked in, bro. That's what I was talking about.
But like, I think the way you said it was the right way.
I don't know what you want me to say. Like,
I don't want you to say anything. I want you to say what you think. But
that's kind of just what I think.
Yeah,
because it's hard to talk about these things because I understand that the system was just built on that negativity already. So I like if we could scrap it, I feel like we should have been done that. You know what I mean? Like for example.
You're just going backwards.
Hold on, I want to hear what he's saying.
There's people, like all right, when the country started, like when they got rid of slaves and the slaves were emancipated, right? These people were just put out on the street and said fend for yourself and then start from there. While all the white people that already had all those slaves, they had they built wealth based off of the back of their slaves, right?
And they got reparations.
And they got, what do you mean?
They got paid for the loss of property. When a slave was released, they got paid per person.
You know how fucking nuts that is, bro?
No way.
Yes.
So you didn't give the slaves who had nothing
you didn't give them
money to stand on their own feet. You gave the slaves.
And that creates fucking.
See, so this is why I feel like just that one thing caused the rest of all these problems that are happening right now.
Right.
Because it's like, all right, you want somebody to be, successful, right? How are you gonna get anything if you can't find a job?
The deck against them,
you can't find a job. You can't do anything. You can't buy land, like you said. They won't give you loans or anything. So what are you gonna do? I'm gonna just fucking go steal that shit. Fuck it, right? Some people make that decision to go steal some shit, and then they're seen. Then people are like, "Yo, black people are seen as negative."
Would you not steal if it was what continued your lineage? If you had a child and you knew that's the only way you're gonna be able to provide or feed that kid?
No, I would.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Agree.
It's stealing for survival, right? It's
okay.
whatever. It's not even stealing. It's just survival. Really, it's just trying to survive. But I feel like that, the way that situation happened caused it so that those stereotypes started. Yeah. And once those stereotypes started, they just stuck, and that's why we're living in this world that we are in today.
So
because how many like business owners that have millions steal from people, right? For nothing.
Like Wall Street.
It's not survival.
That's just all highway
You're
robbery.
Just greedy.
Dog. You got motherfuckers.
But you want to criminalize the people in the inner cities that are stealing to survive.
Right.
And they don't get criminalized because they're just normal. It's just normal. Yeah. It's business. It's business.
Bro, so much shady. Bro, real quick, there was a process, bro. I don't even know how to talk about this shit.
Is it like some shit that might get you in trouble, like federally? What?
There was a process, bro, where to avoid taxes, bro, it went through a different country.
Oh yeah, it's offshore, like a shell company.
Yeah, it went from a different. Like I used to do that every day. It went from
oh, stop talking. We'll talk later.
Oh,
we'll talk later.
Fucking
right. Yeah. So like, all it shows like at America's conception, right? I bring up the argument, and I want this to be clear. I never at any point when I'm talking to you guys or anybody for the future reference, I never want an answer from you. I want to know what you feel or think.
Oh no, yeah,
you know what I mean? No, because I kind of feel like you thought I wanted a specific.
Because you were like,
thing.
yo, keep talking, and I was like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, no, because I wanted you to kind of like develop what you know why you feel it's a good thing. Even though I agreed with you at the sentiment, yeah, no one should be in fear of being beat up for whatever is not something you've done specifically or personally. I agree with that. You know, I just wanted you to say why you got there.
Well, you think laws are really the right way though?
No, I don't think laws were written the way they were to keep a specific group or people in a certain spot.
Either way, like, what does that do? Is it supposed to add fear?
It's a. I think for me,
like we said, religion's a control mechanism. Laws are even bigger.
But it's also an accountability thing.
What that mean?
For the laws.
What that mean?
So if I know, right, for me, I now know that there's an anti-Asian law, mm-hmm. right? So now if I see somebody attacking an Asian, I feel obligated to say that's against the law. I know that's against the law, right? So I think it's an accountability thing, and I think that's why there isn't a law against like an anti-hate for black people, is because they don't, and I don't know, I'm probably thinking too much into this, but I think that, you know, the southern white people that you say.
No, don't go based off of what I'm saying.
I'm just saying, listen, okay, so the racist people, white, black, Mexican, whatever you want to call them, the racist people.
Why everybody hate Mexicans?
This will be, I'm saying, like, I didn't say I hated them. I just said racist.
I didn't say you did. I'm just saying.
I get called Mexican and I'm Mexican.
That's why I love you, bro.
But so, like, this would then put the accountability on them to be like, I know this is now wrong. Okay. Like, we know it's wrong, but now on our documentation, on the law that you guys love so much, now it's against the law to hate black people. And that's too much, because that would then make America look at their ugly.
So I want to make it clear that anything is put in law will change people's feelings towards anything.
No, but
it's just that you can't act on it.
But so that's what I'm saying.
You can't act on it.
But that's what I'm saying is, so if there's a law, you are now breaking the law that you claim to abide by.
Right.
So you married this cop, or you are a cop. Now you have to protect these people. And it's not all cops. It's not all.
I get you. I don't want to keep them like hostage anymore.
I know.
To sum it up real
quick. Twice if you feel
safe. To sum it up. I partially agree with what you're saying. I understand. I know personally like where you're coming from with it. To answer your question about like why the thing with laws, it's a control mechanism, 100%. We have to take it back to the 13 amendments. You said commandments? Amendments.
It's all fucking intertwined with religion. I forgot whatever it
That's fine. The rules when they were written a certain way, in a specific way. If you guys go back and look at it, when they say man and all that was mentioned, also go look at the laws that followed. How did they write in a specific group of people? They written them in as property or 3/5 of a man, right? So we're not a human. So we don't count. The shit you wrote in the 13 don't apply to us. See what I'm saying? So certain things, like I said, this shit was written and made the way it was on purpose. So when we talk laws and shit, the laws that would help benefit, like certain things that like loopholes and shit, they're not meant for a group that look like me. You know what I'm saying? But if I can get to that status and stature through whatever means that I got to get there, I also would be able to use that loophole at this point now, because the way the social and racial climate is. But back then, I still would have been tried with the jury of my peers that didn't look like me. You know what I'm saying? But now it's different, because like now we got this social awareness now. We're all like, yo, right is right. Everybody should be able to use that. Back then, there was like, no, it should be a specific group that look a certain way that get to do that. You know what I'm saying? And when I say these things, people be like, why do you make it about race? And I'm saying, well, why don't you? I say this because the country was built that way. We need to acknowledge that first and eradicate that. We need to be anti-racist. Stop saying, Derek, you make everything about race. No. Race matters right now, because just like you say you don't see color, you know you're talking to a black man. right? So you don't want to see it, but you in your heart of hearts, you know, I care about this dude, or he's cool. I'm cool with him, and I know he's black. So you see color, you see race, but doesn't that also make life beautiful? Because if we all look the fucking same and had the same heritage and
It'd
shit,
be that Timmy Turner fucking.
that shit would literally be we all
episode.
eating the same kind of food, everybody, right? There's no difference, and we don't get that like, we don't spice shit up in our lives. You know what I mean? Like, I think that difference is what makes life beautiful.
But I also think that difference is what makes America what it is, bro.
Yeah,
The
but
difference of people, bro.
Yeah, but
it's like a fucking fruit salad of just
right.
stuff. Like,
Again, but that's the facade that they painted.
You're a fruit salad.
But because we are in America and it is a melting pot. That's true.
I don't think it's a melting pot.
100%. Like you said, if it's a fruit salad, it's the same thing. We all live amongst each other, right?
Yeah.
Right. So we got across. I was growing up eating fucking Spanish food, like Puerto Rican, all that shit.
Yeah, that's what I think it's
time.
beautiful. You want Chinese food, you eat that shit.
Right. But that's what I'm saying is like, you know, we intertwine. That's the beauty of America with the day to day. But America at a legislative level, America at its initial conception, wasn't meant and wasn't written that way. That's the shit we gotta acknowledge. That's the shit we gotta move and change. That's the shit we gotta amend and make better for the greater good and all. You know what I mean? But I don't want to keep you guys.
I just want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
Last thing.
This motherfucker's like, goddamn.
All right, I feel.
I'm just like, fuck.
This is how I feel. So I was talking to Vic about this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like conversations like these are important, but they just get me pissed off because I feel like they're not really changing what I want to change. You know what I mean? Like, I want to talk about the problem, right? I want to talk about the true, real problem that is going on in the world, right? And for me, more like all problems kind of stem from that one problem of like the ego and everything like that. So isn't like racism just like a symptom of ego? No? Do you believe that?
100%.
So wouldn't dealing with ego and like that also deal with racism and all that at the same time?
Right, but how do you have someone deal with their ego? We can't make someone look inside.
That's what, but
and we can't.
But can't. Isn't there a way? Because I've definitely had people ask me a question that made me check my ego and then made me a better person.
Right, but you internalize that, right? But like right now,
want to change.
Right now when we see it.
What if you're comfortable without changing? Yeah.
When we see it now, right? We see it where teachers and schools and all that want to teach the history of America, but when you do that, it would be an ego check to white. And I say white because that's the way they want to be. They want to label shit. Like they labeled me black. I'm not black. My daughter told me I am brown. Dada, you're brown. Nobody will call me black in front of my daughter. I guarantee it. I'll tell you that now. I'll correct them every time. But in the way it's written, when people say they're proud to be white, I correct them on that because it's like, no, you're not white. You're Irish. You're Scottish. You're Italian. You know this. You can find that out. I can't go do that. If I go trace what it's going to trace me back to, America, and I'm going to know I'm black and white, yeah, that just shows me I went through slavery and someone white had sex with an ancestor of mine. That's all I know. That's why I say when you call me black, it's not a matter of my skin. This is the race that you created for me. This is genetically engineered in a sense. You made this. You wanted this, right? Now, if we go back to the ego checking or whatever, we see it in this. And right now, where you got teachers or people who give a fuck about people, and it's that you're starting to see like
that's the hardest job in the world, bro.
You start seeing like people around our age and all that becoming like the teachers of like the younger kids, right?
Yeah.
And they're progressive. And they want us to be like you said. They want to see that greater good and that change. But when they start to do that, what happens? They get defunded. Literally, a school and the whole state of Tennessee.
Persistence.
In Tennessee, if you start to teach the rhetoric of like acknowledging the like slavery stuff and like the white accountability, they're gonna defund your school in that district. They literally passed the fucking law. So I'm saying that there's something there where, like you said, it could be ego, it could be that, you know, the foundation is about to get uprooted. Something there is to keep whatever is in power right now there, or to keep the structure as is or intact. That's why I say, like, it's like, I understand and I feel what you're saying, where it's like, yo, these conversations, as great as they are in the moment, sometimes feel useless. Or for what reason? It's
no
like,
utility.
why? Because in the end, what am I really changing? But again, when we were talking and living in our forever, which would be when my life ends, my forever ends, right? in the sense of consciousness. We don't know if there's a consciousness later. We don't know. But in my forever, I want to change the lives of those that I do encounter and meet. I want to be a great person you met. And then on top of it, I want to be a great black person you met. I want to be someone you met that was a solid dude who stood on his morals and had your back as much as you had his. That's what I want to do.
That's beautiful, bro.
You know what I mean? And also more importantly, I want to be like a strong figure of love and strength for my daughter as she grows up. You know what I mean? I also want her to be the stuck up bitch that anybody ever try to talk to, but that's different. But that's what I'm saying. Like in the end, I just want to be a great human being that you've encountered. But on top of it, I want the black part to matter as much as it mattered before I actually came into this world. You know what I mean? So with that, this has been another great topic, like great conversation, great installment of the With All Respect podcast. We love you guys. You guys are doing great work. You know, I hope we do more work together.
Definitely.
Even if it's not even live or talking or whatever, let's just chop it up and like hit each other up and have conversations. Because it's healthy. It's a good thing to do. About them shirts, hell yeah. But with that, it's been another successful installment of the With All Respect podcast. We appreciate you guys for the support. Check my guys out over at Our Room's a Mess, Our Messy Room. Your Instagram is Our Messy Room, right?
Our Messy Room's on Instagram, Twitter. Find us on TikTok now.
And they're also on Pornhub. Good night.
Check you later.